time as we welcome you to the 2025 American League Division Series on Fox, presented by Booking.com. It is winner take all in Game 5 between the American League West champion Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers out of the American League Central as a wild card. How good is this? Adam Amin, my World Series champion partners, Adam Wainwright, AJ Przinsky, Tom Verducci is with us as well. How about this for a story? Tarek Skubal, who went to Seattle University 1 year ago against the Cleveland Guardians on the road in Game 5, couldn't get the job done. Not only is this a chance for redemption, but a chance to do it in a city that means a whole lot to him.
It does, and he's had a very tough year this year against the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners have had his number. They've scored some runs. They've won a few games, 3 games right now. He hasn't won 1 game. But I'll tell you right now, against the other teams in this great game of baseball, 14-4. Look at the whip, an under .89 whip. Are you kidding me? Under 2 ERA. This guy is an absolute wizard. He's a 1 of 1. He's an absolute ace, and I'm telling you right now, he's going to be fired up for this game today.
Meanwhile, the Seattle Mariners back at home after they had a great season in this ballpark. They rely on some superstars. It's the reason they won their first American League West title in nearly a quarter century. It's the reason they're here.
It is the reason they're here, and it's their 2, 3, 4 in this order that has to get it done tonight against Tarek Skubal. As great as he is, Cal Raleigh with the 60-plus home runs, including the postseason. Julio Rodriguez, who is the face of this franchise, started off great in this series, struggling in Detroit. He's back home, game-winning hit in Game 2. And the guy who could be the X factor, Jorge Polanco. 2 homers against Skubal in Game 2. He has not swung and missed against Tarek Skubal the entire season. One of the few guys with 5 at-bats that can say that. It's an amazing stat. Can they do it again? Can they beat Tarek Skubal? These 3 have to step up to the plate for these Mariners.
And George Kirby, who started Game 1 for the Seattle Mariner team, Furious George as he's known. We saw the uptick in velocity. He struck out 8, did give up the home run to Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter will be the first man to face Kirby when Game 5 gets underway next. The Mariners have not been to the LCS since 2001. The Tigers since 2013. It is a winner-take-all Game 5. We're going to have a whole lot of fun tonight. Here we go, next on Fox. The emotions that have poured through Seattle and Detroit, the cities, the fan bases, the dugouts, the managers, the players. This has been an incredibly fun series that comes down to tonight. Game 5, a winner-take-all matchup between the Tigers and Mariners at T-Mobile Park. The roof is closed. You see Rick Riz and Aaron Goldsmith trying to fire up the Seattle crowd here. What a night. What a matchup we have. Tom Verducci is down on the field, ready to go. Tom.
Thanks, Adam. Just 10 miles from here at Bannerwood Park, home of the Seattle University Redhawks. Tarek Skubal began a path that has taken him to be one of the best pitchers in baseball. And he's also returning to an opportunity he had last year, ALDS Game 5, in which he gave up 5 runs in a span of 18 pitches and lost. Now he has another opportunity to become the 3rd Tigers left-hander to win a winner-take-all game. Hal Newhouser, 1945. Mickey Lolich, 1968, who both did it on this same date, October the 10th. History will be written tonight, and now the ball again is in the hands of Tarek Skubal to decide how it is written. Adam.
Perhaps it will repeat itself as well, Tom. History has been on the side of Kerry Carpenter when he has faced George Kirby. He leads it off for the Tigers. He's 5 for 11 with 5 home runs against tonight's Seattle starter, including one in Game 1. The big change tonight, Colt Keith and Zach McKinstry, 5 and 6, are the pocket of back-to-back left-handers in this Detroit order. That may play into how Dan Wilson uses his bullpen tonight behind George Kirby, who started and pitched well in 5 innings in Game 1.
He did it. He has electric stuff. We're going to see fastballs in the upper 90s. He touched 99 miles an hour in Game 1. This guy's going to throw 2 different breaking balls that have huge horizontal break on it. Going to see a couple of splits. We're going to see a lot of those breaking balls and a lot of those high-octane fastballs at the top of the zone.
AJ, we talked about it right out of the gate. Kirby's got to face a guy who has really had his number. Kerry Carpenter has done it 5 times against George Kirby going deep.
And it's these high fastballs that Kerry Carpenter is able to get to. That ball is up out of the zone, right into Kerry Carpenter's swing. Look at these balls, the home runs. They're all in the middle. Not in, not out. They're down and up and in the middle, but they're in the middle of the plate. You've got to get to the corners, get in and out, not down the middle to Kerry Carpenter.
27 years old from Rye, New York, a New York Yankee fan growing up. His catcher, Cal Raleigh, grew up a Boston Red Sox fan. That battery consistently good together over the last few seasons. This is the defense for Seattle. 1 error in this entire series so far. Arozarena, Rodriguez, and a great arm in Robles and right. Suarez, Crawford, Polanco, and Josh Naylor, who does have the lone error, but has also turned 2 very important double plays. And Cal Raleigh, the excellent catcher, the Platinum Glove winner last year. Once again, we'll catch George Kirby as Carpenter climbs in against the right-hander. It's the first postseason meeting all time between these 2 teams in this series, and it comes down to a winner-take-all. Game 5, the Toronto Blue Jays await the winner 2,500 miles east on Sunday night. Alan Porter calls balls and strikes tonight. Off we go in Game 5.
I love that first pitch from him right there. This is someone who's 5 for 11 with 5 home runs. The first pitch of the game can't be just an automatic fastball.
Carpenter laces one to short, knocked down by Crawford. He will have no play, and Carpenter is aboard with a hard-hit leadoff single.
Well, that's the first time he's kept him in the park, so that's a win for George Kirby. But I'm going to say this about what you watch from George Kirby. You mentioned the first pitch was a slider. The second pitch was also a slider. Why? Because in the first game, as we see Carpenter hit this, it's almost a knuckleball to J.P. Crawford. Tough play, hits off the thumb of his glove, but a lot of breaking balls to these Tigers. The first time with Kirby, they really struggled with them. They've struggled against breaking balls the entire season, so look for more of that out of these Mariners.
First pitch swinging. Gleyber Torres fouls one back. He's put together decent numbers in his career against Kirby as well. Last couple of games in Detroit, 4 for 7, including a home run in the Tigers' offensive explosion in Game 4 to send this thing back to Seattle. There's an 0-1. Bunt shown, pulled back, and it is a strike.
Gleyber is susceptible to the fastball up, but it's got to be middle towards the inside part. It can't be out away from him. That's the one he drives.
0-2. Cold, strike 3.
The old high slider trick. You see Gleyber's reaction. That ball is high. As a hitter, you cannot swing at that because you see it out of the hand as a slider. If Alan Porter is giving that to George Kirby, then he can ride that high fastball off of it.
Green rolls one over to second, picked up by Polanco, throw to Crawford, and he will have no relay throw with the slide from Carpenter. They get the lead runner for the second out of the inning. For Green, who had the big home run to put Detroit on top in Game 4, he is at first on a fielder's choice, and there's 2 away for Spencer Torkelson. Very steady Torkelson all season long. He's had a couple of big RBI hits in this series in Game 2 and Game 3. Ball 1. Slider breaks in for a strike. The fastball for Kirby was excellent all season long. The slider was his second best strikeout pitch this year. The 1-1. Fouled off the end of the bat, and a chance to finish off a scoreless first inning for George Kirby.
Slider, 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 slider. Again, he threw 21 in game 1, 9 swings and misses, 1 for 8 off that. We've seen 1 hit already, but I think it was more of a curveball. You're going to see a lot of sliders if you're the Tigers.
One-two pitch. Scooble's coming. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Google Cloud, the official AI partner of Major League Baseball. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI. Arguably the most famous hit in Seattle Mariners history, the double 30 years and a couple of days ago from Edgar Martinez, who is the director of hitting strategy for this Seattle offense, an offense that took a huge turn this year and has a lot to do with the Hall of Famer Martinez. Scored Ken Griffey Jr. in that contest to beat Blackjack McDowell and send the Mariners to the American League Championship Series. Tonight they face Tarek Skubal, the outstanding left-hander, Triple Crown winner and Cy Young Award winner last season, trying to beat this Seattle team for the first time this year. Randy Arozarena leads it off and takes strike 1. 4 for 18 with 6 strikeouts in this series. He's got an RBI in the Game 3 Seattle win. He did not go around, and the count is even. Look at that career for Arozarena. Of course, the incredible run with Tampa Bay in 2020. He had 10 home runs in that postseason, the expanded playoff. Little tapper. Skubal, gloves, spins, throws, and it's dug out by Torkelson for out number 1. Nice play by Tarek Skubal as he retires Arozarena. Now will face Cal Raleigh, the 60 home run switch hitting star, and then Julio Rodriguez. This is the same lineup. Suarez and Naylor have switched a little bit throughout this series. It's Suarez and Naylor in the 5-6 spots, and with the lefty on the mound, the right-handed Mitch Garver is the DH in the 7 hole. Here is Raleigh, 2-run home run in Game 3. All 4 of his RBIs in this series came in Detroit. MVP candidate. Nice play by Skubal and Torkelson.
Torkelson on this play right here. As the runner's running up the line, the throw gets into the running lane. He stays in the play right there. Doesn't get scared of the runner, makes that tough pick. Wasn't scared of getting hit.
And you know Randy Arozarena well. That is not a small man in Randy Arozarena coming down the line. 2-0 on Cal Raleigh. Hitters count. Batting right-handed against the lefty Skubal tonight. 3-0.
Tonight from Tarek, we're going to see the most used pitch he has is a changeup. Now that hasn't been the case so far in his 2 postseason appearances, but lots of changeups, high-octane fastballs, and a really good slider. He's got a good curveball too, but he hasn't thrown it much lately. He's been using that slider. Going to see 98 to 100 miles an hour on that heater. The top of the zone. He's going to pound those righties in.
3-1 count. Raleigh swings and hooks it foul.
You'll see him. He'll work those righties in with that good fastball. And once you get hitters aware of that fastball in, it sets up that great changeup middle down and away from him.
Regular season for Skubal, worthy of another Cy Young, certainly, after winning it last year. Full count on Cal Raleigh. His first All-Star season, an MVP candidate, and one of the leaders, if not the leader, of this group. Swings and hooks it foul again. On top of that fastball.
That's in the rafters. It's in the very, very top, way up there.
Yeah, it's going to hit the roof, basically, with the roof closed tonight.
You see with the 3-2 count, though, how aggressive he's being. because Scooble only walked 33 people all season in 31 starts.
Incredible numbers. Payoff pitch again. Raleigh loops it into left for a base hit. AJ, his 8th hit of this series, sets it up for Julio Rodriguez with a man on.
And a tremendous at bat by Cal Raleigh after all the foul balls. But here's, you see Tarek Scooble on the Google Foresight. 61% to record 8+ strikeouts. It all depends on how long he's out there. These numbers are why he's the more than likely Cy Young in the American League.
Rodriguez will take a strike. Appreciate Google Cloud for powering those real-time insights. Our Fox Foresight powered by Google Cloud. He has tortured Detroit pitching this season. Better than an 1100 OPS for his career. But he's quickly behind of Scooble, 0-2 on a high fastball. Rodriguez, who signed with Seattle at age 16, waves and misses on that nasty changeup. So Scooble busts it out to get Rodriguez in the second out of the first inning.
And what set up that great changeup that we know he has, it's one of the best pitches in all of baseball, was the pitch before, the fastball up and in. Fastball up and in. Gets him feeling him in, gets him feeling him up, and then he just works it right off of that. Starts right down the middle. He's got that great horizontal movement just off the plate. Hard to cover both.
And Polanco going right after Tarek Scooble after homering off of him twice back in Game 2 on Sunday. Those are his career numbers against him. Nobody has seen Scooble more than Polanco, of course, a longtime Minnesota Twin. Here's the 0-1. 0-2. Great year versus left-handed pitching for Jorge Polanco, a switch hitter batting right-handed. He's typically better against righties for his career. This was one of his best seasons as a longtime big leaguer against left-handed pitching. The 0-2. There's the splits this season. One-two pitch is fouled away again. Polanco making it tough.
And we saw this with his last game. We've really seen this out of him for the last few months. He sets his sights belt high and up, maybe thigh high and up, and anything down he's taken. Last game against Scooble, anything down, he took it. He's making him throw the ball up in the zone for strikes. He's not offering it anything else.
Way down and missed. The changeup gets Polanco. He goes back-to-back against Rodriguez and Polanco to leave Raleigh stranded. We're through one. The Emerald City here in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Washington. Wonderful sights, sounds, and some smells as well. Great food scene out here in Seattle. Had a great time, and we're back for Game 5 in a winner-take-all game. Top of the second and scoreless between Detroit and Seattle. It'll be Colt Keith, followed by another lefty in Zach McKinstry, and then the righty Dylan Dingler against Kirby. First pitch back up the middle, and Crawford perfectly shaded over, plays it on a bounce, and throws out Colt Keith. One away for Kirby and his manager Dan Wilson, who was part of the 2001 LCS team. The last time this team went into baseball's Final Four. Took over as the manager for Scott Service last August. 14 months on the job, and has this team one win away from the LCS. Here's McKinstry, and he'll take a strike.
And Dan Wilson, more probably than AJ Hinch, has more decisions ahead of him, depending on, now things could go sideways for Scooble. It has been known to happen, but he has many more decisions, and he probably has more options. because he has Luis Castillo, he has Logan Gilbert in the bullpen as options if they need length, and plus he has his great bullpen that's been there all year. So Dan Wilson's probably going to be making more trips out there, but A.J. Hinch has that guy on the mound who he hopes he never has to go out there.
And that was A.J. Hinch's quote to us today. He goes, I hope I never have to walk out of the dugout today, because that means Tarik Skubal is doing what we want Tarik Skubal to do. His team forces a Game 5. A.J. Hinch, that Game 4 victory was the 1,000th of his career as a manager. Breaking ball rolled to second. Polanco with a nice, neat snare, and he spins the throw for out number 2.
Another nice play here by the Mariners. Cole Keith hit a rocket. J.P. Crawford made a play, and then Polanco here goes way into the hole. Nice little spin move, sets his feet, and a perfect throw to Naylor.
2 up and 2 down for Dylan Dingler, the Detroit catcher. Slider strike to start him off. Just 3 hits in the playoffs so far for Dingler, but he had the big home run in the winner-take-all Game 3 in the wild card series at Cleveland. Pulls this on the ground to short for Crawford. And a 1-2-3 inning work by Kirby. Tarik Skubal in his 3rd start of this 2025 postseason faces Eugenio Suarez, who goes around and swings and misses to start this bottom of the 2nd inning. Suarez 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts in his career against Skubal. And he waves and misses. Just 2 for 15 with 6 strikeouts in this postseason. One of those hits, though, a home run in Game 3. Big leg kick, and that pitch floats outside on a change.
And one thing that helps that changeup even more, his fastball, yeah, it's 98, 99, 100 miles an hour, but it's also got almost 5 inches of pull cut. So it's just bearing hard into those right-handers' hands.
And then it's harder to catch up on the outside when it's floating down and away. 3 straight strikeouts for Skubal, all on the changeup. Our StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud. Wayne will walk me through.
Now, you got to be ready for 100 miles an hour. So that's the pitch that hitters, they never want to be embarrassed by it. AJ says it all the time. You got to be ready to hit fastball. His average fastball, 98 miles an hour. So you have to be ready to hit that, but the changeup looks exactly the same, except for it just has, you see it, man, it just has that darting, diving action that's hard to hit.
And now Josh Naylor fouls one away. He's 2 for 18 in his career against Tarik Skubal. It's a tough matchup for a lefty against a lefty.
Yeah, but he's had some good at-bats. Even though he hasn't done a lot of damage in this postseason, he's had the at-bats that A.J. Hinch keeps talking about because he fouls off so many pitches. It doesn't go away quietly. It's 10-pitch at-bat, 9-pitch at-bat, and it just wears down some of these Tiger pitchers.
Naylor had his best game in Game 4. Was 0 for 13 in the first 3 before a 3-hit game in Detroit on Wednesday. 1-1. Bouncing ball, foul.
So far, you can tell both these starting pitchers came out here focused. You can tell they weren't worried about nerves and all those things. They just came out here and started competing. Right now, you've seen two starting pitchers that are executing every pitch so far this game.
Why Wilson went to Kirby, and A.J. Hinch knew from the start that he was going to Tarik Skubal in this one. A ball and 2 strikes on Josh Naylor. He reaches out, and this is the type of swing you're talking about, AJ. He just makes it tough on you. Had a great at bat against Jack Flaherty in Game 3, where he fouled away 7 pitches.
Well, these are just emergency hacks by Naylor. When he gets to 2 strikes, he just goes into basic protection mode, where he tries to foul out pitches until someone makes a mistake. He's done this repeatedly in this series.
He loops one down the left field line towards the corner. It's going to drop fair. Josh Naylor with an extra base hit protects the plate, and he's in scoring position for Seattle in the 2nd.
Well, this is all he's trying to do is put the ball in play. And this ball is well off the plate away. This ball is probably 6 to 8 inches off the plate. But he just gets the bat on it, emergency swing, takes what he gives him, and he places his ball down the left field line for a double. Great at bat.
Pitchers hate when hitters allow their hands to just continue through the zone like that rather than roll over. That pitch right there, Terry wanted him to either swing and miss or try to roll it over.
Garver stands in and takes ball one.
Watch how he just serves this out there. Doesn't try to hit it too hard like AJ said, but you see he doesn't roll that top hand over at all. Just served it out there.
Garver waves and misses way out in front of that changeup. That evens the count at a ball and a strike, and the former World Series champion with the Texas Rangers.
See, I think when a guy like Naylor comes up and you get to 2 strikes, you either got to go up way out of the zone or down, because he gets in swing mode with 2 strikes. So you got to make him hit a ball that's nowhere close. Oh, wow.
He's taken off for third. The throw down by Dingler, and Naylor has a steal.
Crowd effects right here. This is the crowd affecting this game. Naylor had a huge lead. He stole a ton of bases this year like this by getting gigantic jumps. But everyone in the field is yelling, step off, step off. Tarik Skubal can't hear him. He's not looking. He can't hear him. He goes home, and Naylor's is at third with 1 out.
That is a big man who hit 20-plus home runs and had 30 stolen bases. He has a very high IQ. He has the 2nd slowest sprint speed in all of baseball. Only Alejandro Kirk of Toronto is slower, but he stole 30 bags, and he's at third for Garver. The 2-1. Way out in front again of that changeup, 2-2.
That was the crowd. He couldn't hear him. You could see in the replay we showed from home plate, Gleyber Torres yelling, step off. I guarantee you Dingler was yelling, step off, step off. And because the crowd was so loud that he couldn't hear it, and Naylor got to third.
2-2 pitch. Garver serves it out, right center field. Long run from Meadows. He'll get there, but this will score Naylor from third, and the Mariners strike first in this game 5. They generate a run with Josh Naylor, who's able to put together a fabulous season on the base paths. A heads-up steal of third, and the fly ball is enough to score him. Here's Victor Robles.
Think what happens as a pitcher right here. You don't think of him as a fast runner, even though you know he has 30 bags, but he's on second. You don't think he's going to take third, and you fall into patterns. You fall into patterns with your timing, with your head looks, all these things. As soon as you come up, let's say you come up set, you say 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, you go. Right? If you do that a couple times in a row with a smart base runner on second like that, he's going to time you up and he's going to go.
Muscled off the fist foul by Robles. And again, Naylor wasn't on base very often in the first 3 games of this series, so he didn't have an opportunity to steal. Seattle strikes first. They have scored in all 5 games first in this series. Skubal gets another strikeout on the changeup, but he's sitting at 36 pitches right now. Naylor with a 2-strike double, a steal a third, and Garver with a 2-strike sac fly. Naylor's been involved these last 2 games. It's 1-0.
Welcome back to Seattle. I'm with Mariners manager Dan Wilson. You knew you were getting a big bat at first base in Josh Naylor, but what about his base running in that particular plate? Did it surprise you?
Yeah, I mean, he's done it all, and a big at bat there to get the inning started, and then, you know, he's just a smart, headsy player, takes advantage of what he can take advantage of, and able to get into third base there. Garver with a big at bat to get him in.
And a quick thought on your pitcher here, George Kirby, and especially the slider early on.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good one tonight, and you know, he threw it well the first ball game he threw against this team. So good stuff from George early. You know, nice to take that lead, and we'll keep it rolling.
Thanks so much, Dan.
Thanks, Tom.
And quickly, 0-2 from Kirby to the 8-hitter and center fielder Parker Meadows. Already a couple of strikeouts on that Kirby fastball so far for the first 2 innings. Only 2 balls out of the zone on 19 pitches. There's the third.
Just to follow up Dan Wilson, Josh Naylor this year with the Mariners, 20 for 20 with stolen bases. 20 for 20. Never got thrown out. That's incredible.
And he only got caught twice while he was in Arizona this year. Somebody at that size with a general lack of speed, so smart. Breaking ball is bounced foul. Naylor, he and his wife Chantel welcomed a child to the world this week. So it's been an emotional week as well. Daniel Kramer reported it earlier this week on MLB.com. Naylor opted not to speak further about it, and perfectly understandable, keeping his family life private, but Dan Wilson did inform us that everything went well this week for he and Chantel. So congratulations to Naylor and family. There's a 1-2 pitch to Meadows. Check swing down to third, no swing.
A little bit of dad strength in that stolen base and the double before it.
Are you going to, I guess, dad strength on the double, dad speed on the steal? 2-2 pitch. Pulled towards Naylor, right on cue. The backhand for round number 1. Well, tomorrow night is another winner-take-all game. It'll be the Cubs and the Brewers from Milwaukee, 8 Eastern on TBS. And then the first game of the American League Championship Series gets underway from north of the border. The top team in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays, dispatch the Yankees in 4 games. They await the winner of this contest. 4 straight ground ball outs. Now Baez takes a big cut and a high slider.
Talk about that first inning being so important for starting pitchers. George Kirby so far 24 pitches, 20 strikes. This guy's pounding the zone with all of his pitches so far.
There's an 0-1. Fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 on Baez, who busted it open in Game 4. He tied it, and then had a big home run late to put Detroit on top by 4. They cruised to a Game 4 win to force Game 5. Just 1 for 13 in his career against Kirby. 1 for 14.
There's that nasty slider again. Starts at middle of the plate. Well, that's a knuckle curve. Starts middle of the plate. Look at the horizontal action on that ball. That ball is 6 inches more horizontal than most.
Carpenter fouls one.
6 inches more horizontal than the average. That is a whole lot. That's hard to square up.
He has thrown a first pitch strike to every hitter but Spencer Torkelson. He's ahead of Kerry Carpenter, 0-1. He had the infield single, the only blemish so far against Kirby in Game 5. The 0-1. Line drive into right field, a base hit. He takes a slider into right field, and he's 2 for 2. Carpenter continues to hit well against Kirby, and he extends the inning to Gleyber Torres.
Another win, though, for George Kirby. Kept him in the park.
That's right.
He came into this game 5 for 11 with 5 homers. He's now 7 for 13, but still with 5 homers. If George Kirby can give him up singles to Kerry Carpenter, he'll take it. Especially, he's not a base stealer. It might take 2 hits to score him. That's some ownage.
That kind of ices the manager decision next time he comes up, though, doesn't it?
There's Torres. Fouls it away.
Depending on the situation, if there's any ducks on the pond, the next time Kerry Carpenter comes up, he's not facing George Kirby.
He's hit 2 rockets off of him so far. 105 on the infield single off of Crawford's glove, and then 107 just then. Torres holds back, and it's even at 1.
Yeah, but if they score a couple more runs and there's 2 outs and nobody on or something, yeah, he'll let him face him. But no, if it stays 1-0 and there's somebody on base, absolutely, Gabe Spire or somebody else will see Kerry Carpenter.
This time of year, and we talked about it with managers over the years, They manage the playoffs so differently. They manage late games in series so much differently, especially a winner-take-all game. The phrase all hands on deck applies tonight. The 2-1 to Torres. In there for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Everybody looks at hits and this and that, but these are the at-bats that really matter. The Gleyber Torres get on before what many people believe Riley Green is their best hitter. If he can get on here, there'll be a runner in scoring position with a chance for Riley Green.
2-2 pitch. Way outside, and it's 3-2. Carpenter will be on the move on this 3-2 delivery.
This has got to be a slider, right? Or would you rush him with a heater? He's susceptible to the heater, but he's also susceptible to a slider.
I think he's got to go hard in here.
Carpenter goes, payoff pitch. He got him. Leaves a man stranded. We go to the bottom of the third in game 5, 1-0. 1-0 Seattle, bottom of the third in game 5. J.P. Crawford will take ball 1 from Tarek Skubal. 98-mile-an-hour pitch. Was that sinker. Used a lot of those in game 2.
No, it's outside.
Couple of close pitches go Crawford's way. It's 2-0. Crawford, the longest tenured Seattle Mariner, deep into his 7th season with the club now. A lot of babies have been born in that span. 2-0. There's a strike. Tarek Skubal, the Seattle University product. The ballpark he played at in college, only about 10 miles from T-Mobile Park, where we are tonight. Cares a lot about this city. Previous times he's come to pitch here this year, he has brought several of these Seattle University Red Hawk baseball players out. He's talked to them. But his college coach, Donnie Harrell, isn't here tonight. He wanted to change up the mojo because he had come here the last couple of times. Said, you know what, Tarek lost those games. Instead, we're going to hold a house party tonight and watch from home instead and cheer him on that way. 2-2 pitch to Crawford, fouled back. Don't tell me baseball players aren't superstitious. Another 2-2. Waved on and missed. Got him with the fastball that time. That is now 4 strikeouts for Tarek Skubal. The first time through the order.
Well, he's done a good job. Tarek Skubal, the emergency hack double by Josh Naylor and then the funky stolen base is what's led to the Mariners having this lead. The key is, though, that pitch count for Tarek Skubal is already on at 43, and we're only 2 1/3 in. The Mariners are doing a nice job of having deep at bats and not punching out on 3 and not making early contact for outs.
The discussion was around Skubal. Listen, he can go 7, he can go 8, he can even go 9. He's thrown a shutout this year, but he hasn't often gone over 100 pitches, only a few times, including in the wild card series. There's another strike.
Well, just like they did to Jack Flaherty, they're making him work tonight with foul balls. They have 14 foul balls and 45 pitches.
Wow. 1-2 pitch is popped back in our direction. Tom Verducci is down to the field with more.
Yeah, these death by 1,000 cuts, right? 20 foul balls in game 2, already at 15 here. And Skubal is a guy, he came out at game 2 on 97 pitches in a tie game. He was gassed. He's a high energy, high velocity guy.
Whoa, broken bat, shattered it as that one went towards short. Christopher Negron had to be ready to grab the ball as that bat went flailing into the outfield. Just sawed off a Rosarena.
And I think that's the way you got to be in the playoffs. If you're a high octane guy like this, look, give me every single thing you got for as long as you can go. We're not holding anything back. Just blew him up inside right there. Look at the bat. But your team needs everything you got. You can't save anything for the later innings and give up a crooked spot. You got to give it everything you got, every single pitch. And when they take the ball from you, you give it to them.
1-2 on a Rosarena, out in front of a changeup. And to juggle the helmet as he goes down swinging. That's 6 strikeouts. All but 1 have come on the changeup. The 2 up and 2 down for Cal Raleigh. The type of matchup you hope you see at the ballpark. Cy Young Award winner from last year against the potential MVP in Cal Raleigh. A lot of discussion around him and New York's Aaron Judge. Raleigh a 60 home run season as a catcher. Skies one foul. It's incredible history. He surpassed Salvador Perez for the most home runs by a primary catcher this year. The old record was 48. He surpassed Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter. And then he passed Ken Griffey Jr. for the most home runs in a single season by a Seattle Mariner. Incredible year for Raleigh. He watches one high, 2-1.
That slider pitch right there, he made a lot of mistakes with that the first start against Seattle in game 2. He's leaving it up. He needs to bury that if he's going to throw it into these righties.
Another high leverage count, 3-1 yet again on Raleigh. Skubal comes home. Raleigh pops it up foul, 3-2. Another foul ball.
I talked to Jake Rogers early. He really likes him to throw that slider back door for takes. And then if he's going to throw it in, he's got to throw it back foot to the righties and not so much up in the zone like he's used it so far this series.
Jake Rogers was the main catcher for Skubal last season. Dylan Dingler has been the main catcher this year for Detroit. Dingler and Raleigh, 2 outstanding defensive catchers this season. Got him with that fastball. 101 miles an hour from Skubal to put away the potential MVP. He strikes out the side in the 3rd. Busted out the fastball that time. We're through 3 in Seattle.
Welcome back to Seattle. I'm with AJ Hinch, Tigers manager. AJ, 11 batters to come to the plate against Tarek Skubal, 18 foul balls, 4 by Josh Naylor in that key at bat. What do you see?
Well, just some long at bats, and now he's punched out 7 of 9 outs. So anytime you have that and some long foul balls, you're going to find yourself with some deep counts. So they're making him work, but he's responding.
See, George Kirby gets the out there on another slider. We've seen a lot of those tonight. Does he look different tonight than he did in game 1?
You know, his velocity's up a little bit, so it's got a little bit of hover to it where it's harder than even his normal slider, it feels like, which stays up a little bit and starting to jam some of our lefties. But he's throwing a ton of strikes, but our balls are going in play and we're making some outs.
Thanks, AJ.
You got it.
He gets the first out on Riley Green. And now faces the right-hander Torkelson, who struck out on a fastball in the 1st. No swing, says our first base umpire tonight, Nate Tomlinson, who's making his playoff debut in this series. And there's another slider. We've seen a heavy dose of that, AJ, so far.
Well, that's what he's been doing. That's what I said. The scouting report was if you're a Tiger fan and you're a Tiger hitter, you're going to get a lot of these sliders. They've been effective, like AJ Hinch said. They just, other than Carpenter, they've had a hard time. They put him in play. They just haven't gotten any hits. And you see right here, 26 sliders.
Jeez.
I mean, that is, if that ain't the scouting report and you don't know it by now, if you're a Tigers hitter, you better figure it out real quick.
2 balls and a strike on Torkelson, who swings and launches it towards left, but Rosarena is there for out number 2. Back to the 3rd inning. when he faced Javi Baez.
Yeah, watch what he does right here. First pitch, Javi's super aggressive first pitch, and then another one up in the zone. But watch this third one. This is the one I love. You see how much that sucker broke? It started on the outer third and broke a foot off the plate.
It's been a great strikeout pitch all year for Kirby, who faces Colt Keith. He deals a ball. That's one of the things about Kirby. He has always, in his career, been around the strike zone. It does make him susceptible to some home runs. He's given up 72 in about 113 starts. The 1-0.
But so far, like in that graphic right there, nothing was in the middle. It was all up and in, and it was all down and away. And that's the way he's kind of been. And that's when he was so effective. Game 1 was when he was up and in, when he was down and away.
Down and in that time, and Keith went around. It's 2 balls and a strike.
But it's so late. That sword that he just got right there, the ball, he thought that was going to be one of those nasty ride back sinkers, and it got about halfway and just darted the other way.
Strike 2.
That's the X game right there. I call that the X game because it gets right to a certain point in the throw, and it either goes left or right. You don't know if it's going which way. It can be really tough to cover.
2-2 pitch. Oh, that went inside and got a piece of Colt Keith. Lost a curveball that time to Kirby, and he puts a base runner aboard with 2 outs in the 4th. Got him right on the shoe top there.
The outside of the foot, there's a little, he has the shin guard, the foot protector, but there's no protection when it hits that bone on the outside of the foot. That stinks.
Yeah.
You see Kirby's frustration because he knew he had him set up for that back foot slider, and he just yanked a little bit of a curveball there. And the Tigers got to figure out a way to score some runs. I mean, you can talk about schoolball. They haven't scored a run in the first 4 innings the entire series.
All 18 runs have come in the 5th or later in this set. There's a strike to McKinstry. In fact, of the 27 Detroit runs in the postseason, counting the wild card series, 24 of them have come in the 5th inning or later. Kirby to the first-time All-Star Zach McKinstry, who takes a pitch off the plate and a little high.
I know he just got hit in the foot, but is there any way you put this guy in motion right here, AJ, trying to get him with 2 outs to second base?
No, Keith can't run. Keith can't run like that. No, absolutely not. There he goes.
He takes off. Raleigh's throw down to second. Tag not there. He's safe. He tried 2 stolen bases all season. He was 1 for 2. And in the biggest game of the year, Colt Keith, after getting smacked in the foot, tries to steal second base. We have a review, though.
Seattle is challenging the state call at second base.
This will be a replay review. It is presented by Zoom. I mean, that is about as perfect of a throw right to the glove of J.P. Crawford, and this is going to be an interesting call.
Well, this is why Cal Raleigh wins platinum gloves, because he can make throws like this. That's about as bang as you can get. He's out, though. His foot hasn't hit the base, and the throw leads the tag right into the runner.
AJ, I mean, that's an A+ throw right there, because J.P. Crawford sticks his glove on the bag, or in front of the bag, and barely has to move it.
Yeah, he's out. This should be quick. But that's why I didn't think he'd run, because there's numerous reasons. Yes, you want to get him into scoring position, but also you don't want to give the Mariners an out. You got a chance, and if you're the Tigers, you want to get to the top of the order as many times as possible. You can't give them an out right there.
Alan Porter with the call. They were chanting MVP for Cal Raleigh, not only for his offense, but for his exceptional defense. Crawford didn't have to do a whole lot. Dan Wilson, the former catcher, loves it. Together as baseball's platform embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, visit MLBtogether.com. MLB.com. Raleigh cuts down Colt Keith, and here's Julio Rodriguez. First pitch swinging against Skubal. Tarek Skubal struck out the side in the third, including Raleigh on a fastball. But it took 18 pitches. In fact, it took 18 pitches to get through each of the first 3 innings tonight. You got Rodriguez on a changeup in the first, one of the 7 Skubal Ks. Rodriguez takes inside. Home with the 1-1. 2-1. Rodriguez fouls one away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go back to the steal attempt by Colt Keith and the cut down by Cal Raleigh.
Again, you want to win a platinum glove, you make throws like this. Listen, George Kirby's a little slow to the plate, but that release, the transfer, and then the perfect throw. And let's give J.P. Crawford some credit. Look at that transfer. Let's give J.P. Crawford some credit. He lets the ball travel, and it travels right into Colt Keith's leg, and that's why he's out.
That's probably hard to catch that ball when you know he's sliding right into your glove at the same time, isn't it?
Absolutely, but that's what they're taught to do now. Don't go get the ball. The ball travels faster than you can tag. And by the way, one of the best stats I've ever seen. 0 pass balls and over 1,000 innings caught. That's incredible.
Payoff pitch to Rodriguez, who's out in front of the changeup. Second straight time that Rodriguez has been a little out in front. That great speed mix, and it's 8 strikeouts for Skubal, but it's another 6 pitches to get to that strikeout.
Tarek's doing a great job in those big moments and that 3-2 counts and 3-1 counts, but it's not great that he keeps getting into those 3-2, 3-1 counts. The Mariners batters are really working him.
One away for Polanco, who launches it down the left field line towards the pole, and it's foul. Oh, he almost got him again, and even Skubal had to let out a sigh of relief.
I mean, at some point, AJ, you got to just throw changeups down the way to this guy, right?
Yeah. That was just a whiff. That was a miss. He's trying to throw a fastball up and away, and he throws it. He yanks it down and in. And Skubal's thinking, I don't want to miss there again.
Polanco got him twice on Sunday in game 2. The 0-1 outside on that changeup. Jorge Polanco, a huge signing for Seattle, coming back after injury issues last season. Jerry Dipoto opted to bring him back on a 1-year deal. It's paid dividends. There's the changeup, though, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, if I'm pitching and I keep trying to come in and I'm not making the pitch, sometimes pitchers or hitters have your number as a pitcher because you don't throw them good pitches. And the 2 home runs in the first game were not good pitches. So sometimes you have those guys, but you got to make an adjustment. Now you just got to do stuff down away from him, down and in.
Polanco fouls it away on a fastball.
But down being the key point right there.
Skubal almost 200 innings tossed this year for A.J. Hinch. Led the American League in ERA with a career-high strikeout number at 241 this year. And just an incredible 2-year stretch for Skubal, where the Tigers have gone 42-21 in his starts. He's got a 2-2 pitch to Polanco, and it's fouled back.
Another deep count, though. Another deep count.
Yep.
66. Just keep watching that number. I don't know what the number is that A.J. Hinch will let him go to, but if it stays 1-0 and he's still in control, you could see that climb to a 120-ish, maybe 110.
There's one guy in the league that you might trust to go that high at Skubal, and he gets Polanco on the changeup down and away.
Well, he's punching out everybody. He's punching everybody's ticket. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row, but it's just taking him a while. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's 6, 7, 8 pitches. But he is punching out the world right now.
Yeah, there's not very many first pitch outs on that Mariners team.
Last 5 batters, all of them have seen 6 pitches during this strikeout stretch. Suarez waves and misses at 100.
It's not that they're not swinging either. They just don't. His stuff is like, it's the most swing and miss stuff in the game.
0-2. So fastball, then changeup induces 2 swings from the swing happy Suarez, who struck out the 5th most times in baseball.
And both of them are way off the plate. So right now, you know, you don't have to give him anything over the plate to swing at.
Well, along with those strikeouts being top 5, so are Suarez's homer and RBI totals this year. Hit 49 bombs. 0-2 pitch, fouled back.
I think it's too good right there, don't you think? AJ's, you got 2 swings in a row. You know he's in swing mode. 2 swings in a row, way off the plate. Don't come on the plate for your 3rd one.
Well, he tried to go up and in at 100 like he did on the first pitch. So now he's got the changeup set up. He's going to try and go up and in again.
He goes with a fastball up and in, and he strikes out the side for the 2nd consecutive inning. 10 strikeouts through 4 for Skubal. But still 1-0 as we head to the 5th. Well, to kick things off in Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. showed off some serious talent on the organ with a unique rendition of Charge. And then the kid, the maestro now, he's teaming up with Nike in a new campaign as he brings music to the magic of October. A pretty cool moment here. The great Ken Griffey Jr. was part of those really great 1990s Mariners teams. Zach McKinstry is at the plate to face George Kirby to begin the 5th. The Mariners played in the first ever Game 5 of a division series in 1995. 30 years ago is when the division series format was introduced and implemented. They did it again in 2001 against Cleveland. That was the last time they went to the American League Championship Series. Detroit won the first 3 times they were in a Game 5 of a DS in 2011, 2012, and 2013. And then last year went on the road in Cleveland, Game 5 of the division series. That big grand slam in the 5th from Lane Thomas turned around Game 5 for Cleveland en route to their spot in the LCS last year. 3-0 to McKinstry to start this 5th inning. Detroit trying to get some base runners. It's been the 5th inning and beyond where they put up offense in this series. And now you're starting to get into the chess match as the left-hander Spire and the right-hander Matt Brash are both loosening up in the bullpen. McKinstry takes a strike, 3-2. Dingler's on deck.
Any base runner, I feel like Dan Wilson goes to the bullpen here. I just feel like this game obviously is so important, but these outs are so important. George Kirby's done a great job. And the new baseball, this is the new baseball with guys like Brash and Spire. Spires is up for Kerry Carpenter in his at bat, and then possibly Riley Green, depending on what happens there. But Brash is there. If there's any traffic, Dingler, Meadows, Baez, that's why he's up.
Yep.
So if McKinstry can get on, this could be the end right here for George Kirby.
Home with a payoff pitch to McKinstry on the ground to the right side for Naylor. Kirby's over to cover and get the out. Look at the strike to ball ratio. That's fairly typical for George Kirby. Skubal has thrown 71 pitches. He has 51 strikes. A lot of that with all those foul balls as well. But they've been around the zone, if nothing else, when they've poured in these pitches.
Yeah, it definitely is where we've gotten today. It's absolute crazy talk. If you look at the way the game used to be played, the pitcher would have 55 pitches in the middle of the 5th with all those strikes thrown and strikeouts and be double barrel in the bullpen.
There's Dingler. Fouls one back. Tom Verducci, you can add.
Well, they're turning defense into offense, being so aggressive, but that's their DNA. George Kirby, the highest strikeout to walk rate in baseball history for a 4th-year player, and Tarik Skubal threw a higher percentage of strikes than anybody in baseball this year. He's at 71% tonight.
Good stuff, Tom. Dingler takes one upstairs. Kirby at one point set a major league record with 24 straight strikes to start a game. That was 3 years ago. And Skubal, one of the ultimate strikeout pitchers in the game. There's a 1-1.
No.
One goes the hitter's way. It's 2 balls and a strike.
One thing that him throwing all these sliders is to these Tigers, they're laying off the high fastball. Because he slowed them down so much, they're not even offering, and that was his pitch, right? So now he's just slider, 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 and when he has thrown fastballs, they're taking them.
Just a couple of hits and a hit batter against Kirby so far. Cam shows you a 3-1, and it's foul.
Howie, that ball right there is a foot inside, but because he saw a pitch that he thought he could get to, Dylan Dingler attacks it. Now he's got options here. He can go up with the heater, which he did to Gleyber Torres, or he can throw the slider again, which nobody has hit yet, except for Carpenter.
Every pitch with such weight on it. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Seattle, and a 3-2 to Dingler. Got him.
Well, I thought he was going to go slider right there, AJ, and I think maybe Dingler did too, and that's why this fastball up works so much. But he threw it on the plate too, so he had to offer at it. But look where that is. Still nothing in the middle. Paint up and away right there.
Here's Parker Meadows, who grounded out his first time. Meadows, a 2nd-round pick in 2018, multiple injury list stints this year, but the fastest Detroit Tiger. There's a strong center field. He waves at that slider, 1-1.
All right, now thinking ahead a little bit, AJ. Do you give your guys a chance to score again, or are you bringing somebody in for Baez?
1-2.
Well, Meadows doesn't get on. I think that he'll give Kirby Baez, and then go to Spire for the next 3 guys. I think it's either this hitter. Now Meadows gets on. I think you see Brash for Baez, and if he doesn't, then I think you let Kirby handle Baez and then go to the bullpen.
1-2. Tarik Skubal on an incredible pace so far. He has struck out 10, including 7 straight Mariners.
We've seen a flurry of pitches, nasty changeups, 101-mile-an-hour fastballs, up, down, in and out, sliders. This guy's the total package.
No.
10 punch outs in 4 innings and no walks. That's an incredible outing. The pitch count is up because of the deep counts, but still, I mean, you're looking up there going 1 run on 2 hits.
Naylor out towards left center, perfectly positioned as he often is, as Parker Meadows. That ends the streak of 7 straight strikeouts for Tarik Skubal. That is a new Major League Baseball playoff record.
And the first time, I think, in history, 10 punchies, no walks in 4 innings by any pitcher in postseason history. And he's losing, which is crazy.
Which just tells you how great George Kirby has been as well.
Here's Garver. Sends one down the right field line, fouling out of play.
You can tell they've changed their swings, man. They are not trying to get big. You can see that was almost like Naylor earlier right there, just trying to feed it to right field right there.
Here's that changeup.
I don't know why Garver got the first at bat. He got the sac fly. I really don't know why he didn't throw him another changeup. He rushed him a heater. You've seen the swings from Garver on the changeup.
Garver had the sac fly to get the scoring going. Still the lone run in this game so far. Skubal With the 10 strikeouts, he's only allowed 2 hits. One of them was the Naylor double in the second. He stole third, and then Garver with a fly ball brought him home. A 1-2 pitch. Postseason baseball, when the best pitchers in the game step up to the biggest stage. No bigger than a winner-take-all game here tonight. Kirby and Skubal dueling through 5 with 1 blemish against the 2 of them. The 2-2 to Garver. 3-2. Another full count. That pitch count creeping up to 80. Garver goes down swinging on a changeup. 11 strikeouts for Skubal today. Well, start your Saturday with a bang. #1 Ohio State rolls into Big Noon with phenom Jeremiah Smith and rising star quarterback Julian Sand leading the charge against a top 20 Illinois team. It all starts with Big Noon kickoff back in Champaign at Ohio State, Illinois on Fox. I imagine Dylan Dingler might have an eye on that ball game, the former Ohio State Buckeye and now Tiger catcher, who was there with Dominic Canzone, who's on the bench tonight for Seattle. Here's Robles, ball 1.
That last strikeout, 4 straight changeups. He got him 0-2 really quick. Strike 2 was a changeup, and he threw 3 non-competitive pitches outside the zone, and he executed that last one perfectly.
Robles out in front. 1-1 on the change.
Well, he was just saying, I'm going to throw enough changeups until I finally get Garver to swing at one, which he eventually did. He finally threw a good one, and he got him out.
Two-one delivery. Waved on and missed on a fastball. 2-2. A chance to finish off another 1-2-3 inning for Skubal. It would be his 3rd straight if he can do it here. Another full count.
Did you see Robles right there? He scooted up in the box. He was going to take that changeup away from him on the 2-2 count. He scooted way up to the very front of the box.
Oh, wow, yeah. Shuffled it.
And if that had been over the plate, he would have had a good swing at it.
Payoff pitch. Robles lifts one out towards shallow right. In and to his left is Carpenter towards the line. And another 1-2-3 inning. Tossed by Tarik Skubal, who is keeping the Tigers in it as we go to the 6th in Game 5. T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. We're at T-Mobile Park in Seattle tonight, where it's 1-0 Mariners in this winner-take-all Game 5. Josh Naylor, a double in the second, stole third on Skubal, and then Garver with a sac fly. That's the only run. Javi Baez, first pitch swinging and a base hit towards left center field. Over to cut it off is Rodriguez. Baez is looking for 2. Play at second. He's safe. An aggressive Javi Baez goes right after Kirby and is in scoring position with the tying run. And we will see if Dan Wilson elects to take Kirby out and bring in the lefty Spire to face Kerry Carpenter.
Oh, he gone. He gone. But what a slide by Javi Baez. Polanco whiffs on him. He's safe at second. Aggressive base running. I love it. First pitch. Knew what he was going to get. A little slider. Javi Baez has been really good in this postseason.
So Baez has put Detroit in position to tie the game, and Dan Wilson is not going to let Kirby face Carpenter. Instead, it's going to be the lefty Spire, and George Kirby, getting the talking to from his manager, is going to get a great ovation here. Tying run in scoring position for Detroit. George Kirby started the 18-inning 1-0 loss to Houston in Game 3 of the Division Series 3 years ago. Was outstanding then. still hasn't allowed a run in an elimination game the last 2 times, but is responsible for Baez at second. And this is why A.J. Hinch put Kerry Carpenter at the top of the order for this moment to face Gabe Spire and still have an opportunity later.
And Hinch loves to pinch hit, but not here, because now Spire is off the board. And later on in the game, these will be at-bats against right-handed pitching.
Carpenter, first pitch, up and in under the hands.
And let's not forget, Riley Green, who's due up third, hit a blast off Spire 2 days ago in Game 4 that gave Detroit the lead. So Hinch is comfortable with this. They just need to figure out a way to get Baez at third and drive him in.
Carpenter swings and sends one out towards right center field. Rodriguez all the way back at the track. This ball's gone! Kerry Carpenter has done it again! He's given Detroit the lead in Seattle! He did it to Kirby in Game 1. He does it to Spire in Game 5. And the Tigers have the lead. Here's Torres. Tapper up the third baseline. Suarez, tough play. Nice play. Out number 1 in the 6th.
Well, I said earlier in the game when George Kirby kept Kerry Carpenter in the park, that was a win. This is the worst thing that Dan Wilson and the Mariners, the last thing I think they thought would happen. It's a little fastball away. Kerry Carpenter, he hit that so high. Look at Baez giving him love. When that ball went up, I didn't think it had enough. It just kept going and going, and George Kirby can't believe it.
Kirby knows that feeling. And now Spire against Green, just as it was in Game 4. This one, though, will go Spire's way and a ground out. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
George Kirby pitched incredible. He pitched absolutely incredible. And he's thinking, gosh, maybe you should have let me face Carpenter.
I could have done that. No, you know, and it's hard for me to say this. So we're about to maybe have a change, but I think that was the right decision to pull your starter at 66 pitches or whatever it was. He just couldn't face Carpenter again, and you didn't think Carpenter was going to have that swing off the great lefty in Spire.
Kirby can't believe it. I don't think Spire can either. Back-to-back games that the outstanding lefty has seen a left-handed hitter for the Tigers launch one for the lead. Carpenter in Game 5 has the Tigers in front in the 6th. Kerry Carpenter's swing path, the launch angle, perfect for this pitch.
Fastball up and away, kind of thigh high away. 36-degree launch angle, 411 feet. That is one of the highest home runs that you can imagine right there. He gets such incredible carry.
Spencer Torkelson will face Matt Brash and take a strike.
If that ball's down, though, Adam, he can't drive it. He drives that down and away. It's a ground ball. It's something to the left side, but he doesn't drive it like that. But it's because it's up thigh high out over the plate like that. I know it's away from him, but he's so strong up out over the plate. You have to get it down to him.
Torkelson waves and misses at a slider, 0-2. Kerry Carpenter with a huge shot.
Everybody out there going, why did they take Kirby out? Why did they take Kirby out? He's 7 for 13, including 2 hits tonight with 5 homers. That was the matchup Dan Wilson wanted. That was the matchup Hinch was worried about.
Brash finishes off Torkelson, but Kerry Carpenter, who stepped up against Emmanuel Clase in the division series last year, who stepped up against Kirby in Game 1 of this series, has come back with another one in Game 5. Kirby could not believe it as Carpenter strikes again, and the Tigers have the lead. Take a look at Fox Foresight powered by Google Cloud. The Tigers have taken the lead. The Mariners still have a 60% plus chance to score 2 more runs tonight based on the analytics and what their offenses look like this year. First pitch swinging. J.P. Crawford fouls it away against Tarek Skubal. But Kerry Carpenter comes up yet again in the postseason And he does it against a left-hander in Gabe Spire. Just Carpenter's 4th home run against a lefty this year. So as you guys both talked about, you understood the move. And AJ, you said in the break, I think both managers understood that this was probably the move that they were going to get. But what did you say after that? Kerry Carpenter?
It's baseball.
He won.
He won the fight, and he won the fight because it was the right matchup. Everyone's saying, oh, I had 66 pitches. Why is Kirby out of the game? It was the matchup Dan Wilson wanted. It was the matchup AJ Hinch thought they'd get. It was the matchup why Kerry Carpenter's hitting leadoff for that exact matchup and to get Spire off the board.
All right, now let me give you one other alternative.
He made a mistake.
Okay.
Gabe Spire made a mistake, and Kerry Carpenter made him pay.
But let me give you one other alternative. Javi Baez was at second base. You had first base open. Do you stick with Kirby and walk Carpenter to set up the double play?
Nope.
Here's a Rosarena.
Because you're not letting Kirby face Riley Green again.
But he's over. I mean, Riley Green does not have those kind of numbers off him, though.
Doesn't matter. He's not letting him face it just because the way baseball is played now, it's all about matchups. And matchups now are all about left versus left, right versus left, right versus right, whatever it is. And then he was on 3rd time through. And just the way it works. It is right or wrong. I'm not arguing that. It's just the way baseball is today.
Rosarena very late on a fastball. And it's 1-2 on the Seattle leadoff man.
Now there's one exception. The guy on the mound. AJ Hinch doesn't care. He might throw 120 pitches tonight. Why? Because he says he's better than anybody we have in the bullpen. Go get him, Tarek. Left, right, switch, doesn't matter. This is his guy. This is the guy who's been there for him all year.
You don't have to tell me that.
He's going to let him ride.
He's in there,
Will
buddy.
it hurt him? I don't know. We'll see.
Little tapper foul, still 2-2 on a Rosarena as Skubal begins his 3rd time through the order. He just struck out Crawford for his 12th of the night after he struck out 14 in the wild card series against Cleveland in Game 1 to tie a Detroit playoff record. A 1-run lead for Skubal. Rosarena takes one in the dirt and it's full. That being said, now 94 tosses for Tarek Skubal, Adam Amin, Adam Wainwright, AJ Pierzynski. The weight of every pitch continues to grow and grow.
Especially with only a 1-run lead.
Yeah.
And Tarek Skubal's now into his 90s in pitches. Every pitch means so much. When will somebody get up?
Rosarena pops it foul. Fastball up and into stardom.
Fastball up and into stardom, and then just a fastball all over the plate.
He was trying to go in again, and he missed. That's what good hitters do with mistakes.
Rosarena pops it up. Back of second. And the shortstop, Baez, has it.
Meanwhile, you've given potentially the best pitcher in all of baseball for 2 years in a row a lead in a winner-take-all situation.
Now he's sitting at 96 pitches. Tom Verducci told you it's been relatively rare to see Skubal go well beyond 100. It is Kyle Finnegan loosening up behind Skubal right now. 12 punch outs for Skubal, the 1 run allowed on the sac fly in the second inning. And now it is Cal Raleigh, the tying run at the plate in the 6th. This is of this winner take all game with 2 down to the bases empty. Went after a high fastball and still pumping out 100.
And I think a little differently than Tarek probably, but you know, after that swing, you're pitching him like it's 0-2 every pitch right here.
Foul back and it's 0-2. And Dingler went out to talk with Skubal right before this at bat against Raleigh.
But AJ, if he's going to go 2 feet above the zone, you stay up there, right?
Throw another one up there at 101. See if he can hit it, or do you go change up way low? He's so late though. I wouldn't want to speed up his bat.
Raleigh goes down swinging on a fastball down the middle, and Tarek Skubal, pure nitro, to take down Raleigh and finish off the 6th. One of the best hitters in the game against one of the best pitchers in the game. And Skubal on top on that one. No pitcher in the history of a winner-take-all game in Major League history has struck out more batters than Tarek Skubal. In the biggest moment of the year, they saved him for this game. And he strikes out Cal Raleigh on a 101-mile-an-hour fastball on his 99th pitch of the game. And it's still 2-1 Detroit as we go to the late innings. Matt Brash finished off the 6th inning by striking out Spencer Torkelson. He's got Colt Keith at a ball and a strike to start the 7th.
I know he's one of those guys that talks to people during the game and stuff, but he has the look of somebody who's out of the game to me right there.
Well, 13 punches, 6 innings, 99 pitches, and a huge adrenaline dump after he punched out Raleigh. You saw him get excited. I don't know if he's done or not, but if he is, what a performance. By both starting pitchers, really. Kirby also.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Keith, but now you get into the late innings. Kerry Carpenter's 2-run home run has put Detroit on top. Skubal has made it stand up through 6. And still a long way to go here in game 5. Keith fouls it, still 2-2.
The last 2 strikeouts to Cal Raleigh were both 101-mile-an-hour fastballs. But that last one, 0-2. I think he knew he was getting to the end of his day, and it was a challenge fastball right down the middle.
Brash strikes out Keith to start the 7th. Back-to-back Ks to start the night for Matt Brash, ending the 6th and starting this frame.
Well, nasty slider here by Brash. Again, Tigers have struggled to hit sliders. But if it is the end of the night for Skubal, he retired 14 in a row. The last 14, 13 of them were punchies.
Ridiculous. It's the type of performance you hope for and perhaps expect from an ace.
Sorry, I take that back. 14 in a row, but he has 13 punches in the game. Not all total.
Lifted out towards left. Arozarena is over. He's got it for out number 2, and he shuffles it off to Julio Rodriguez as McKinstry is retired. 2 down in the 7th, and now a quick word from Strauss.
From the fields we farm to the fields we play, work wins the game. Strauss and Major League Baseball. Gear for any season.
Brash still has a huge job to try to keep this game where it's at. Julio Rodriguez is going to lead off the next inning for Seattle. Here's Dingler.
Well, we knew it was going to be this type of game. 2 great starting pitchers on the mound, and both of them delivered. George Kirby was excellent. Breaking stuff was nasty. Fastball location. It's lived up to the billing.
Kirby made 0 mistakes. He gave up 1 double really to Javi Baez. Other than that, did nothing. And Tarek Skubal gave up the 1 double to Josh Naylor. That was an emergency swing that he just filleted down the left field line.
I mean, this has been an exceptionally pitched game. Worthy of a winner-take-all game 5 here in the American League Division Series. Toronto awaits the winner in the American League Championship Series on Sunday night. Fouled away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brash with a chance at a 1-2-3 7th.
Couple batters today, at least I've seen Cal Raleigh giving fingers instead of doing the pitch count. Wonder if they're having a hard time hearing it.
Finnegan loosened up for Detroit. Brash floats one outside, and it's full on Dingler. (3-2) into center field. Coming on is Rodriguez, and he will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th for Seattle. Brash does his job. Rodriguez, Polanco, Suarez, the heart of the order for Seattle coming. It's stretch time. Welcome back to the 2025 American League Division Series on Fox, presented by Booking.com. A 2-1 Detroit lead in the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Finnegan has come on for Tarek Skubal, and it's Julio Rodriguez to lead things off for Seattle. This is Seattle's chance. You guys talked about it. Skubal was incredible. One of the greatest strikeout performances in the history of playoff baseball. But he only goes 6 because Seattle muscled through a lot of those pitches. It's up to Finnegan and the rest of the bullpen for Detroit. Rodriguez takes one off the plate. He's ahead 2-0.
One of the things about when you face a guy like Tarek Skubal, when he comes out, it doesn't matter who it is. They're not going to be as good, and your whole team takes a breath and says, okay, we got rid of him. We don't care. It could be the best. It could be Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest closer of all time. At least it's not Tarek Skubal.
Rodriguez out to center field. Meadows ranging back, and he is there at the track in this pitcher-friendly park for the out. Let's go down to Tom Verducci with more.
Tarek Skubal out of the game with 99 pitches. What an effort. He has never thrown more than 108 pitches in a major league game. And remember in game 2, he threw 97 pitches. The game was tied, and he was gassed, had nothing left, and had to come out. Tarek Skubal is a burning candle. There's no regeneration. He gave A.J. Hinch everything he had, especially in that last epic at-bat against Cal Raleigh.
101 to finish him off. Here's Polanco switching over to the left side now against the righty Finnegan.
Tarek Skubal, domination. That's it. And you see how excited he is. I think he knew he was done. And A.J. Hinch did say this. He's one of those guys that'll come in and say, look, I'm done. And 99 pitches, 13 punch-outs. Absolutely ridiculous by him.
There's a strike to Polanco.
How about this note, by the way, Sarah Langs. First pitcher in postseason history with multiple 13 punch-out games in one postseason.
The only 2 others, Bob Gibson and Garrett Cole.
But that's in a career. This is in one postseason. Because he punched out 14 against Cleveland. Don't forget in the wild card round. That's incredible.
Polanco waits for a 1-1 from Finnegan.
Kudos to the Mariners, because if he'd have had more innings, he'd have kept striking people out. But they worked him. They worked his count up. They fouled off tough pitches. He got into good situations. He made pitches when he needed to. He had a lot of 3-2 counts today to not have any walks.
3-1 on Polanco. Polanco fouls it back, and the count runs full.
Swung at ball 4 right there, I think.
There's the left-hander Tyler Holton.
That's for Naylor. That's for Naylor. If Naylor comes up in this inning, that means they either scored a run or there's somebody on base. He's there for Josh Naylor.
Payoff pitch to Polanco, and he takes ball 4, and the tying run is aboard for Seattle.
Walks will kill you, Wayno. You don't want walks. That is the one thing. Make him hit it. You don't want walks. It's free base runners.
That ends a streak of 15 straight Mariners retired. They have their first base runner since the 2nd inning, and Eugenio Suarez, who returned to Seattle this season at the trade deadline, represents the go-ahead run and took a home run hack at a splitter, 0-1.
One interesting thing about these Tiger bullpen, they don't have a swing and miss bullpen. They don't get a ton of swing and miss. It's soft contact, splits. And so that's one difference. The Mariners, they have swing and miss guys coming out of their bullpen. The Tigers do not.
Finnegan, the Detroit native, traded from Washington at the deadline. No swing from Suarez, the Venezuelan-born slugger who started his career with the Detroit Tigers. Grew up a huge Miguel Cabrera fan and then got to play with him in Detroit.
Do you dare throw him a fastball here? Or you just keep going split, 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 split?
2-1. And he throws him a splitter in the zone for a strike.
But now you've showed it to him a lot. At some point, he's going to have to reset the trap unless he's going to get him to chase outside the zone. He cannot throw another split for a strike.
Two. Suarez in the air, right field, pushing Carpenter back to the track, and he's got it. Back to first base goes Polanco. A couple of deep fly balls from Finnegan deliveries. You saw the big sigh of relief from Finnegan. 2 down.
Ooh, he just missed it. I mean, that's center cut, and beat Suarez just because of all the splits he's seen. Carry Carpenter on the track.
Hoping, wishing, waiting, and then having to reset. Here's Josh Naylor. They'll keep Finnegan. And he'll deal a strike to start off Naylor, who scored the only Seattle run back in the second. He's got the only extra base hit of the night of the 2 Seattle hits tallied.
That's a great first pitch. Josh is so good up out over the plate. Down, he doesn't swing often down there.
Tapper foul. 0-2.
You can see how the difference is his aggressiveness at the top and the bottom right there. It just doesn't look good out of the hand. It looks like it's going to go low. Right here, look, it's kind of a one-handed, almost defensive swing. When it's down there, it's like that. But when it's up out away from him, that's the one he drives. When it's up out away from him, that's the one he can hit to left like he did earlier.
Two outs in the 7th. The 0-2 to Naylor. And he stays alive. Another at bat where Josh Naylor continues to make it tough on a Detroit pitcher.
I'm surprised. Well, this is his at bat, but I'm surprised the Detroit outfield, especially Riley Green and left. We saw Naylor hit that ball down the left field line. They're not a little bit deeper. The ball cannot get by you. Polanco cannot score. You cannot give up a double here. If he hits it over your head, it's got to be a home run. It cannot. They have to be in no doubles. And right now, for me, Riley Green is too shallow.
Yep.
You'll take a single. You'll take a ball that falls in front of you because you got another hit.
Probably Meadows, too.
Another 0-2 to Naylor. Through the right side, a base hit. Polanco will stop at second base as Carpenter comes up throwing in. And the tying run is in scoring position as Naylor has his second hit of the night. And the Mariners have life against the Detroit bullpen here in the 7th. And Garver, the right-hander who was scheduled up, will be pinch hit for.
Wow, almost got Polanco with the ball, but another great at bat by Josh Naylor, and now the chess match begins.
A.J. Hinch coming out for Finnegan. The lefty Dominic Canzone was ready to pinch hit for Mitch Garver. High drama. Holton coming on for Canzone in the 7th. Finnegan started the inning. Rodriguez flew out. Polanco walked. Suarez flew out. Naylor with a single. Tomorrow night, another winner-take-all. Game 5 on the National League side. Cubs and Brewers in Milwaukee on TBS with Alex Faust and Ron Darling. Then on Sunday, the American League Championship Series gets underway on Fox between the Blue Jays and the winner of this game. And now more chess match action. Tyler Holton comes in because the lefty Dominic Canzone was announced as the pinch hitter, but then Seattle counters with Leo Rivas, the switch hitter, who made his playoff debut in Game 2, but this will be the first at bat of his playoff career. And now the pitching coach, Chris Fetter for Detroit, comes out to talk with the lefty Holton.
And once the starter comes out, Wayno, like you said, it gets so complicated. Look at all these moves. Look at all the pinch hitting. If you would have told Dan Wilson, Leo Rivas is up with your season on the line, or Mariners fan, they would have said, well, let's see how it goes. But here's where we're at because of the pinch hitters, because of the moves both these managers are making. It's fascinating.
So here's Rivas, who hit his first 2 major league home runs in September, including a walk-off. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first, and Rivas will take strike 1. The 27-year-old from Venezuela, in fact, turned 28 years old today. Typically good for a quality at bat. 9 years in the minor leagues before debuting in the majors this year. And he lines one into left field. Base hit. Here comes Polanco. Leo Rivas off the bench ties the game. First pitch swinging Robles, bouncer to short, picked up by Baez. He'll get the out at second to finish the inning. But Leo Rivas, who toiled through almost 700 minor league games for the opportunity to step up in the postseason with the biggest swing he's ever taken in his 28 years on earth. Happy birthday, Rivas. Tie game 5. Off to the 8th we go in Seattle. Young Leo Rivas, the first time he ever swings the bat in a playoff game, delivers the tying run, and the emotion right back at it in the Pacific Northwest for these fans. And off to the 8th we go in this winner-take-all game 5, tied at 2. And Parker Meadows will take a strike from Matt Brash, who continues to work in relief for Seattle, as their offense was able to crack through against the Detroit bullpen following Tarek Skubal's 6-inning performance. Meadows will take ball 1. It will be up to the bullpens now. Neither starter Kirby nor Skubal will factor into the decision tonight.
This is game 1 all over again. This is game 1 all over again. But the walk, Bueno, the walk is what scored. You got to make him, especially in the playoffs. You can't walk guys and then give teams extra things. And my question for you is, if you bring Tyler Holton in, why don't you bring Tyler Holton in to face Josh Naylor? Is that because you're worried about Mitch Garver's at bat if Naylor gets on against Holton?
That had to be what it was.
Or where's Herder against Josh Naylor? I know Naylor got a hit against Holton in game 4, but if you want left on left, there it is.
2-2 on Meadows. A.J. Hinch, the 12-year managerial veteran, against Dan Wilson, the first full season as the manager for Seattle. Foul by Meadows, still 2-2. A fascinating matchup. Fascinating pitching. Fascinating decisions. And a 2-2 game here in the 8th.
And a lot of tears from the Mariners fans so far. Game's not even over.
Meadows hits one on the ground to short for Crawford. Sidearm sling for the first out. No decision for either starter in this game. Tarek Skubal, the most strikeouts in a winner-take-all game in Major League history. He and Kirby were excellent tonight.
They were both ace-type pitchers tonight. Their stuff was incredible, but they both showed up when their teams needed them in a winner-take-all, season on the line. They both showed up in a giant way and competed their butts off on the field today. Both of them were great.
Here's Baez against Brash. Ball 1. Baez hit the double in the 6th inning off of Kirby that pushed him out of the game. Brought Spire in to face Carpenter, who hit the 2-run home run. That in the moment gave Detroit the lead. Skubal finished off 6 innings, and then a sigh of relief for Seattle when they saw the Detroit bullpen. They're able to bust through to tie the game at 2. 2-0 on Baez. In the air, left center field. Over is Rodriguez. Back at the track, and T-Mobile Park will hold off another hitter. A long fly ball for the second out. And Matt Brash has been outstanding out of the pen behind Spire.
Well, you have to give the Mariners an advantage, as Javi Baez just missed this ball. to center field, because if you're going bullpen for bullpen, as Dan Wilson's now coming out to bring in Munoz, their closer, but in the short term, you have to give the advantage to the Mariners because their bullpen over the course of the year has just been better.
What a job by Brash. 6 up, 6 down, and back to the top of the Detroit order for Andres Munoz. Coming up after the game, stay tuned for the post-game show with Kevin, Alex, Poppy, and Derek on Fox, presented by Strauss. And it has been a fabulous Game 5. Worthy drama in this contest. And now it's Senor Smoke, Andres Munoz, who saved Game 2 and has recorded 12 outs on 11 batters faced. He got a double play to end Game 3. Kerry Carpenter hit the 2-run home run off of Spire in the 6th. Facing a righty. And Munoz, who's got one of the best fastballs in the game, also has a ridiculous slider, which gets a 51% swing and miss rate. Carpenter hit 3 absolute rockets tonight. 105, 107, and 105, the home run off the bat. A little number foul, and it's 1-1.
Are we sensing a theme yet from the Mariners? We're in the 8th, and it has been slider, slider from Kirby. Spire threw the fastball, got hit for a homer, but then Brash came in, slider, 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 and Munoz already slider, slider. I think there's something in the Tigers scouting report that says they can't hit sliders.
I'm going to tell you, he was pretty close to smashing that ball. The speed got him more than the break there.
There's a 1-1. In there for a strike on a slider, 1-2. Munoz to Carpenter. In the dirt, 2-2. Clutch hits the last 2 years in the postseason from Carpenter. Big pitches from Munoz all season long. Two-two delivery. 3-2. Opponents hit just 109 on Munoz's slider this year. Gleyber Torres waits on deck. Payoff pitch. And Tapper up the line, foul. Munoz, the 26-year-old from Mexico. All-star each of the last 2 years, but his best season this year, a sub-1.75 ERA.
He's tracking that slider pretty well. I think he's got to bust him with a heater right here.
Let's see if he becomes Senor Smoke. He goes back to the slider, and Carpenter takes it for ball 4. So the go-ahead run is on base. We have a quick word from Capital One.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Could just tell the takes, even the foul balls. His swing he was really close on a couple of those. I would have loved to have seen a fastball right there, 3-2.
Instead, Carpenter earns the walk. Here's Torres. Ball 1 on a slider. Fans in Seattle know Munoz for his 98-mile-an-hour average fastball velocity, hence the nickname Senor Smoke. A name he shares with fellow Mexican-born Major League reliever, the late Aurelio Lopez, who pitched 6 scoreless innings in the playoffs for the 1984 Tigers en route to Detroit's last World Series 41 years ago. Coincidentally, Detroit beat the Padres in that World Series. That was the team that Munoz signed with in 2015 and debuted for in Major League Baseball in 2019. Aurelio Lopez, the late Lopez, pitched for 4 teams, but got the nickname while he was in Detroit for that powerful fastball that he threw. The symmetry and the connectivity between these two franchises, and Munoz himself to Detroit.
A lot of sliders. Again, now to Carpenter, I understand they didn't want him to beat him. He's hot. He's already hit a homer. Slider, slider, slider. But Gleyber, we've talked about, he's susceptible to the high fastball. Not only sliders, but he's also susceptible to high fastballs.
His 2 strikeouts tonight, both on fastballs, including one swinging.
And I just don't like. It's a great pitch, but you have a great fastball. Also, one of the best.
Go ahead, run it first. The 2-0 to Torres. And there's a slider for a swing and miss. 2-1.
Just not going to give in. He believes in that pitch. You mentioned the swing and miss, the chase percentage, all that. It's one of the best pitches in baseball. He's not going to give in. He's just going to keep throwing that slider.
It's just such a big speed variance from his fastball to that slider. I think it's more the speed than the break on it, to me.
2 balls and a strike on Torres. 3-1.
You want Torres out here. I'm sorry. You don't want to face Riley Green. Riley Green's a great breaking ball hitter, especially from balls coming into him. If I'm Andres Munoz, you got to get Gleyber out here.
3-1 pitch. And he walks Torres to put the go-ahead run in scoring position. And it will be Riley Green to come to the plate for Detroit with 2 outs in the 8th inning.
We talked about it just in all 5 of these games. Walks, right? Leadoff walks, 2-out walks. Here's back-to-back 2-out walks to get to what many people consider the Tigers' best hitter. And he's good against breaking balls. He's better against right-handed pitching. You rush him. This guy throws 100. He hasn't thrown a fastball yet.
And it was a slider that Gabe Spire threw in Game 4, a left-hander nonetheless, that was left in the wheelhouse of Riley Green to launch into right field for the go-ahead Detroit home run in Game 4. Munoz fixing up the pitch comm right now. Kind of fell down after he delivered that last pitch to Gleyber Torres, which drew the 2nd consecutive walk, and now a meeting out there with the infield.
Been a lot of meetings here. Wait.
Yeah, this is a good one right here. Just get under control. You can see his foot slip a little bit. Now he has a pretty big follow through towards the first base side, and he will occasionally get off balance, but you can tell his foot, he kind of lost his footing there. You've got to throw Riley Green a fastball. Very good down ball hitter, very good breaking ball down hitter, especially. Got to see some heaters at the top here.
First pitch to Green is a fastball inside.
But when you haven't thrown one, it seems like 20 minutes. It hasn't been 20 minutes, but 2 full batters, 3 mound visits, a pitch comm issue. It's tough to throw that for a strike.
Green pops it up, back of 3rd. Suarez out, he's got it, and the inning is over. Still 2-2 as Munoz gets out of it. Wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason gear. Will Vest pitched 2 innings in Game 1 into the 11th. Got the win. Closed Game 4. And he goes to work against J.P. Crawford in the 8th of a 2-2 ball game. Crawford takes ball 1, the longest tenured Seattle Mariner, after Dylan Moore was released earlier this year. Big cut at a fastball, 1-1. Two and 1. Now you see Logan Gilbert, the Game 3 starter, along with Edward Bizzardo, loosening up. And J.P. Crawford, who has a home run in this series, is ahead of Vest. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike, 3-2.
Great pitch. 3-1 right there. That doesn't look good. You don't want to swing at that. 3-1, you're looking for a meatball, something to drive, but that was a perfect pitcher's pitch. Just above the knee.
Payoff. Fouled away. It's Crawford, and then back to the top of the order, Arozarena, and Cal Raleigh is looming. Julio Rodriguez, if anybody reaches. Breaks his bat, flips it towards shallow center, and the shortstop Baez is there for out number 1. Vest gets the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. So Arozarena 0 for 3 tonight. Just 4 for 21 in this postseason after a rough September, despite a career year.
No.
30 years of age from Cuba.
Very good strike breaking ball hitter. And Randy Arozarena.
No, that's inside.
You know what I'm amazed by now, Wayno, and used to say don't let a guy beat you inside. Now these relievers come in just chucking balls inside to guys, because used to say make them beat you to the big part of the park. Not anymore.
It is 3-0 on Arozarena with Raleigh on deck. There's a strike. Will Vest, who was drafted by Detroit but made his major league debut for Seattle as a Rule 5 pick, now in his 4th year back with the Tigers. Arozarena fouls his sinker away to run the count full.
It's a great job getting back in the count right there, throwing great 4-seamer away, and then a good sinker working back into his hands right there. Could have very easily had that 3rd pitch called a strike as well.
The payoff pitch. And he got a piece of him. It would have been ball 4 anyway. The go-ahead run is on base, and the moment that they have been waiting all year for. Cal Raleigh to the plate with a chance for the lead in the playoffs. Ball 1 inside. Breaks his bat as he flips that changeup back to the screen. I mean, a new piece of lumber.
That's a nasty changeup right there. See the movement on it. Starts middle of the plate, just darts down and out. It's right off that middle finger, right off that seam. With it, good 1-seam action right there. Causes it to tumble more. This spot right here, AJ, you got to pitch him tough, don't you?
Yeah, but the guy on deck ain't bad either, and Julio Rodriguez. That torpedo back Cal Raleigh swinging just exploded.
Got to pitch him tough. He's been aggressive all game. He's chased outside the zone a lot.
I just don't love off speed right here to Cal Raleigh. I just think it gives him a chance to hook one out front and do what he's done 61 times this year.
Let's hit a home run. The 1-1. Big cut on a slider, 1-2.
Now listen, Will Vest has gotten him. Cal Raleigh's 0 for 2 with 2 punchies off Will Vest in his career. So Will Vest knows that. Cal Raleigh knows that. But, man, you got to be careful going down and into this guy.
Take 3 shots right here to get him to chase something outside the zone if I'm him.
Runner at first, 1 out in the 8th. Raleigh out in front again of that slider. Goes down swinging, and Vest takes care of Raleigh. 2 down, and here's Julio Rodriguez.
You said careful down and in, but those were 2 very well located sliders down and in after that great changeup away. He worked both corners, nothing on the plate for him to hit.
Pitch to Rodriguez, fouled away, 0-1. It was Rodriguez who had the home run in game 1. He had the game-winning RBI in game 2, but since that hit, he's 0 for his last 12 in this series. Big cut on a fastball, 0-2.
See the movement. He continues to make great pitches, exploit these hitters with that great movement he's got to both sides.
Rodriguez, who is just 24 years old, from the Dominican Republic, who left his family at age 14 to go attend a baseball academy. Signed 8 years ago with Seattle, debuted 3 years ago, the Rookie of the Year. 3-time All-Star. As a Rosarena at first. Goes down swinging on a slider. Vest comes up huge for Detroit and sends game 5 to the 9th. Tied at 2. Eric Skubal, 13 strikeouts. Javi Baez got the Detroit offense going before Carpenter homered them in front. But Seattle, they believe. To Leo Rivas on his birthday, his first playoff swing, tying this game. The emotions apparent and deep in the Pacific Northwest, with 2 franchises starving and toiling to try to make it back to the World Series. Seattle's never been there. We go to the 9th in game 5. Tied at 2, Andres Munoz facing the middle of the Detroit order. It's Spencer Torkelson, who has been Detroit's best late game hitter over the last 2 months.
You
Quickly,
can see
2-0.
Munoz is just falling off so bad. Now, he always follows through to the first base side, but he's trying to spin these sliders so hard. It actually has the opposite effect. When you lose your front side like that, you can't throw it hard with your front side. You got to throw it with your backside.
There's a slider that gets a swing and miss from Torkelson.
At one point, you just say, I got to throw some heaters to somebody. I know the scouting report must say slider, 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 but wow.
The 2-1. Slider fouled away.
He gets away with one there. And Torkelson has improved greatly on his breaking ball discipline and also ability to hit him from a year ago.
2-2 pitch. He got him with a slider. 1 down here in the 9th. Came back from down 2-0 in the count to fan Torkelson, 1 away. Now Colt Keith is grounded out, has been hit by a pitch, was caught stealing once he reached base in the 4th inning by Cal Raleigh, and then struck out in the 7th. First pitch swinging, line to short, caught by Crawford, 2 down. And now it's Zach McKinstry. Gilbert seems like he's ready if need be. Zach McKinstry.
Show me heater right there.
Yep. Comes back with a slider over the plate. 1-1. Suarez playing a little bit in at third base. McKinstry has laid down a couple of bunts in the postseason. He swings at a fastball. It's 1-2.
That's the one. Sometimes you just try to overthrow. You try to throw it so hard you overthrow it and it backs up on you. Just keep those good mechanics and drive it.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Is there a hero waiting in the bottom of the ninth in the Emerald City? 2-2 game in Game 5. Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth in Seattle. Game 5. A chance for Seattle to win this game with a run. Will Vest into his second inning of relief. Trying to send this game to extra innings. Mirroring what he did in Game 1. He will face the middle of the Seattle order, which combined for 95 home runs during the regular campaign. Polanco, Suarez, and Naylor.
The dangerous thing right here for Will, he just had 2 huge strikeouts of Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez back-to-back. Those are the big guys. You don't want to let up right here on this next at-bat. You have to keep pitching right here and pitch these guys the same way.
It'll be Polanco, the switch hitter, batting lefty against Vest to start the bottom of the ninth.
That's what you dream about as a kid right here. Bottom of the ninth. Chance to move on in the playoffs. Who will be the hero?
First pitch to Polanco is in there for strike 1. Right down the middle, center cut. And Polanco held off. Polanco towards right center field. Here comes Meadows. He's got it. 1 down.
If the Tigers get through this, this is when you start looking at, okay, are we getting starters? Who are we going to get here to try to figure out who to get out where? Because you've used your main 2 late inning guys in Finnegan and Vest. So then you're like Flaherty, Canely, Cater Montero. Who do you go to if you're A.J. Hinch? And the same kind of for the Mariners with Logan Gilbert a starter up. Munoz has already been into his second inning. Where do you go?
Here's Suarez. Munoz did his job. Suarez takes a strike. Foul back, 1-2. Fastball down the pipe.
That's 2 batters in a row where he's thrown some center cut fastballs. 1 last at bat and now 2 this at bat. 2 fastballs in the middle of the plate to Gino Suarez. Bold strategy, Cotton.
And see if it works for him as he fouls one into the netting. Still 1-2. Vest, a one-time Mariner. Against Suarez, the one-time Tiger. 1-2 pitch.
No.
Just off the plate. Tough take. It's 2-2. Suarez helped break the playoff drought in 2022 for Seattle. Came over from Arizona at the deadline for moments like this. And he goes around with a fastball. 2 up and 2 down here in the ninth. And here's Josh Naylor after Suarez goes down.
Just to heat her up, right? Bueno didn't do a whole lot, and Suarez out in front can't really lay off of it. And now just continues to go. Who's going to be the hero? I'll keep saying it.
Naylor
No.
Takes one upstairs, ball one. The 28-year-old from Mississauga, Ontario. If Seattle wins this game, he'll play back near his home city on Sunday night. Fouls one away. It's 1-1.
It's hard when you get into these games against these late inning relievers to not want to try to be the hero and go out there and make one big swing, but so many times it's the teams that put something together. Throw a little double, throw a little single.
No.
Naylor, no swing. He held back. He's ahead. The 2-1. Naylor ropes one into right field, a base hit. Another three-hit game in this series for Naylor, and the game-winning run is at first for Seattle. And here comes Rivas. And it's A.J. Hinch coming out. So oftentimes you see the manager come out to make the pitching change. Hinch is going out there right now to talk to the infield as they prepare for this at bat against Leo Rivas, who came up in the 7th and tied this game at 2 apiece. The first swing in a playoff game he ever took on his birthday. What a present. Brought Polanco home to make it 2-2.
He can't do it again, can he, on his birthday? His 28th birthday?
It's his birthday today?
And I think that meeting with A.J. Hinch was also, hey, Josh Naylor might try and steal here, because remember, he did steal third. It was a huge play earlier. Focus on the hitter. We need the hitter out.
Rivas takes a strike. There's a check on Naylor. Wasn't too far off the bag, although he almost fell off the bag that time. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Will Vest, who came on in the 8th, struck out Raleigh and Rodriguez to close the frame. Going to send this game to the 10th. Rivas trying to keep the line moving. Tension and apprehension here in this winner-take-all Game 5. 2-strike pitch to Rivas. Called strike 3. Will Vest freezes Rivas. Stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that one go by. And Game 5 is heading to extra innings with a winner to the ALCS. Let's go back 30 years. Game 5, Yankees, Mariners, and Randy Johnson comes in the 9th inning. Throws 3 innings in relief, punches out 6, and that set the stage for the dramatic walk-off double hit by Edgar Martinez in the 11th inning. There have been a lot of great moments in postseason history. In Seattle, that's the one they still remember. They're seeking a new memory tonight. The Tigers, with some high drama, looking for some fireworks of their own against the Game 3 starter Logan Gilbert. Pitched on Tuesday, 6 excellent innings. He'll face Dylan Dingler to lead things off in extra innings. Tied at 2, Game 5 winner to the American League Championship Series. And Gilbert pours in a strike.
And another slider. This is his first ever relief appearance in the major leagues. It's crazy. But what does he come out doing? He's following the scouting report. Wayne, out, throw sliders.
They've seen a few today, huh?
Yep. Upstairs, and it's 1-1. 148 career major league appearances, counting his 2 outings in the playoffs. The first time he's ever pitched out of the bullpen in a major league game. Tap foul, and it's 1-2.
I really like this move. Bring in one of your best arms, one of your best competitors. His slider the other day, if we're going to see sliders, his slider the other day was unhittable.
Gilbert home with a 1-2. Breaking ball lifted to right center. Rodriguez is over along near the track. He's got it for out number 1. What a night it has been. Tarek Skubal went 6, struck out 13, just allowed that 1 run on the Mitch Garver RBI sac fly. Kirby was just as good. Got pulled after he gave up a Baez double. Carpenter came up against Spire, hit the 2-run go-ahead home run in the 6th. And then Leo Rivas came on in the 7th and tied this game at 2 apiece. Here's Parker Meadows.
No.
Ball upstairs. Meadows is 0 for 3 tonight and just 4 for 27 in the postseason.
Can nobody sit on a slider? I mean, it's not that easy, I know, but it's just like slider, 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 slider. I mean,
at least it's a slider. When Tommy Kahnle comes in the game, you know you're getting a changeup.
No one can hit. People have a hard time hitting that. It's just slider, slider. I mean, for these Tiger hitters, they made one mistake with a fastball and went for a homer.
Here comes a fastball up here.
A 1-1 pitch to Meadows. Little tapper on a split that time, and it's 1-2.
They're not wasting time with that anymore, Wayno. They've given up on that.
I think you got to go fastball up here. I think that's the right pitch.
One-two delivery. Got him.
Like I said, splitter away.
Well, they didn't hit the split in game 3 of Logan Gilbert. Didn't look like they're going to start anytime soon. And this is one of the best pitches in baseball. The speed, the location, the non-spin, it's crazy.
Yeah, we've seen some major outlier pitches today. That is certainly one of the best in all the game right there. Logan Gilbert split.
Here's Baez. Swings away, sends one out towards left center, and it's Rodriguez to finish off a 1-2-3 top of the 10th. To the bottom of the 10th inning. In game 5, tied at 2. Well, that red-eye flight to Charlotte's waiting. It can wait as long as it wants to, as long as this game wants it to. Cowboys and Panthers at 1 Eastern, Rams, Ravens. You'll see Titans and Raiders. Check your local listings for the game in your area. Week 6 of NFL action on Sunday on Fox. Here in Seattle, you can see Lumen Field just down the street in Soto, south of downtown. Melton is on. First pitch swinging, a slice down the right field line from Robles. Into the corner. Victor Robles has the winning run in scoring position for Seattle.
That's what I was mentioning in the last inning. Sometimes it's the small ball. It's just moving runner. It's taking small swings. He didn't try to do too much right there. Just use the right side of the field. That's how rallies start, and so many times you see extra inning games end that way.
Bunt shown by J.P. Crawford, pulls it back on a fastball. Trying to move Robles, who had just his 2nd hit of this series a moment ago. The double to get into scoring position, trying to move him over to 3rd.
Weird defense, though, first pitch. Baez was doing a wheel play, and nobody else charged. It was a strange defense because J.P. Crawford showed it so late, and now here he is 2-0. Do you take the bunt off? He didn't have it on 1-0.
Second most walk-off hits in Seattle history. 7 of them for Crawford. Takes a cut, was trying to end this series.
I'm bunting. I'm sorry. J.P. Crawford can bunt. I'm bunting. I gotta get Robles to third with less than 2 outs and give the Rosarena and those guys a chance.
He had 6 sacrifices to lead the Mariners this year.
Tough to bunt off of a hoppy heater at the top, though.
Melton deals. Crawford swings through a fastball 2-2.
It's also tough to hit it.
Yeah,
but I'll take my chances. I'm sorry. I know bunting is not in vogue anymore in the game, but you got a chance to advance and you got a chance to put the guy on third with 2 fast guys. I'm doing it. It's too late now, though, with 2 strikes.
Melton, who pitched 3 scoreless innings in game 4 out of the pen, started game 1 here. The 2-2. Crawford slices it foul.
That's a great pitch by Melton right there. He chased 2 at the top already, just took him a little bit higher. Now the question is, do you go underneath, middle of the plate underneath, or do you go back up top?
2-2 pitch. Popped up, left side. Green chasing, McKinstry out, and it's going to fall foul. And J.P. Crawford is given new life.
As we watch this pop up, I'm still alive by Pearl Jam's rolling right now. Bradley Green had a long way to go for there. He couldn't get it. Kinstry almost made a really good play.
The longest tenured Seattle Mariner, J.P. Crawford, breaks his bat, flares it to second, and it's going to be caught by Torres for the first out. Robles on the bag at second, and now back to the top of the Seattle order.
That's a huge out without allowing that runner to get to third base right there. You would have bunted, AJ?
100%. J.P. Crawford has done it. It's not like you're asking Cal Raleigh to bunt. You're asking a guy that has bunted a ton in his career to get him to third, so Randy doesn't have to get a hit.
Rosarena takes ball 1. So many big postseason moments in Rosarena's career, trying to come up with one more to send Seattle to the LCS. Winning run at second and Robles. Check swing foul. It's 1-1.
This kid Troy Melton, he's got a great arm.
Yep. He's going to be a star.
Seven strong innings in this series. The rookie, the biggest pitches of his life right now. The 1-1. Foul back by Rosarena.
And he pitched 2 days ago, multiple innings, and here he is, season on the line, still pumping 100 up there. And they want him to be a starter. Throw him on Scooble. Woohoo! It's a good 1-2 punch.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Upstairs to even the count. Made his major league debut on July the 23rd this year. He's 24 years of age. The 30-year-old Rosarena trying to end this here. 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul. What a battle here. Some power on the mound, some power at the plate. Just got a piece on a splitter, a nasty one at that, and Rosarena's still alive.
I don't know how you make contact with that right there. That is incredible after those good high heaters to make contact with a 91-mile-an-hour disgusting splitter.
It was too high enough. That's how you make contact. That ball's 6 inches lower, he's punched.
Got him on the splitter that time, and there are 2 down. And what do you know? Cal Raleigh's coming up. Are they going to intentionally walk him? You have to, right?
No way that gets to him.
They will intentionally walk Cal Raleigh. And that will bring up Julio Rodriguez. to try to win this game. Remember that Rodriguez homered off of Melton in game 1 to get the scoring started.
It's the right move.
Yep.
It's the right move.
It is.
But in the back of your mind, Wayno, you just remember that homer and how center field.
Rodriguez takes a cut at a fastball.
It came back in, but it was down. That's the difference. Down, down and in.
Rodriguez chops one towards short, charging Baez. He's got it. Throw to first is in time. And the rookie Melton comes out and forces this game to the 11th inning in game 5. Top of the 11th, top of the Detroit order. Due up against Logan Gilbert after an excellent defensive play by Javi Baez.
Right off the bat, this big high chopper. Man, if he doesn't time that just right, that's going to take a really funky hop top spinning on him. He timed this just right, and in the biggest moments, Javi Baez, his heart settles. He is so calm in the biggest moments. He's been there. He's done that. That was an incredible play.
Here's one of the heroes of the postseason for the Tigers, Kerry Carpenter against Logan Gilbert. And a strike on a slider.
You know, the longest baseball game I thought I'd get to watch today would be my son's game, UAB versus Georgia Tech. It went 12 innings, but we're catching it here in the ALDS game 5.
Watch out, Austin. Here's the 0-1 to Carpenter.
No.
Holds back, and it's 1-1.
They just will not throw fastballs. They throw Carpenter like one fastball all day, and he hit it for a homer. Other than that, he's seen slider, split, and there's Melton just chilling.
I love that.
What a job he did in the 10th.
No.
Carpenter, Torres, and Green due up against Logan Gilbert, the excellent Seattle starter. That's off the mound and into right field, a base hit. Carpenter, the go-ahead runner, is on base. With Torres coming up, Tom Verducci, you're down to the field. You can add.
Yeah, just the appreciation of Troy Melton. Remember, he started this year at AA Erie in front of 2,000 fans on a 48-degree night. And here he is, double elimination game, extra innings. Very cool.
Still calm in the dugout as Detroit's offense tries to take a lead. Gilbert to Torres, fouled away.
Kerry Carpenter, 4 hits tonight. 4 hits in an elimination game, and he reached base the 5th time when he walked. He's had 5 unbelievable at-bats in this game tonight.
He had 5 hits the entire postseason until his 4 tonight. Tapper foul, and it's 0-2. Good splitter from Gilbert to get Torres to weakly make contact. Cater Montero loosening up now. He saved game 1 and then pitched 2 1/3 strong in game 3. Gleyber Torres takes one, and that gets away from Raleigh. Onto second base and into scoring position goes Kerry Carpenter. A rare thing to see. One get away from Raleigh that was delivered like that. It is a pass ball for the first time all year against Cal Raleigh.
Wow. And that was the split by Gilbert that we've talked about how great he's been on it. That's like a knuckleball. You never know where it's going to go. And the fact, wow, you see crazy things in the playoffs.
Torres lifts it out towards right. Robles is over. He's got it. Carpenter will not move from second. There's the first out of the 11th inning as that ball goes flying to Suarez at third.
Well, Gleyber tried. Gleyber tried. You got to walk Riley Green here. I feel like you have to take your chances with Torkelson. They might not, but yeah, they're putting him on. Gleyber Torres tried to get the runner over. I give him a lot of credit right there. He tried to shoot the ball to right to get Carpenter to third with 1 out. But now this is the 100% the right move. You take your chance with Torkelson, you set up the double play.
And Spencer Torkelson, steady Eddie, as A.J. Hinch calls him. His 2-run double tied game 2. And a 2-run double in the 9th of game 3 to give some life to the lifeless Detroit offense. He's been one of their best late inning hitters the last 2 months. First pitch swinging and a foul.
Remember, he had the big hit in game 2 that down the right field line to drive into and tie that game. So he's been up in some big situations.
I was just thinking about what Riley Green looked like on Logan Gilbert's split the other day. Couple of punch outs. But I hear you.
Waved on and missed on the splitter, 0-2.
It doesn't matter. You got, this is the right move. I get it. That was a few nights ago. It's a different situation. You got to take your chances here with Torkelson, and then if he gets him out, then you got to face Colt Keith and take your chances there. Can't let the best hitter on a team beat you.
0-2 pitch. In the dirt, and that's smothered by Raleigh that time.
I love catchers. They work so hard. It's the 11th inning, and he's got this guy that throws a knuckle splitting ball, and he's out there. Yes, he missed one. Okay, but he blocks so many over the course of his season. It's incredible, and he hit 60 homers.
Smothers another splitter. It's 2-2.
That's a great look by Torkelson right there, man. He tracked that all the way in. You still not going high heat right here?
No. I caught a guy, Jose Contreras, that threw the split like Logan Gilbert. It was like a knuckleball. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do. But no, I don't think you give Torkelson a chance. You either throw sliders or splits and make him chase one.
2-2 pitch. Torkelson bounces one foul.
I'm just going off the scouting report from today.
Okay.
Slider,
splitter.
From Logan Gilbert, it's been a little more split. I think you could rush him up, but they tried that. Now remember, they tried that in game 2, and he shot the ball down the right field line after seeing a million. So that's also in the back of Cal Raleigh's head.
Torkelson uses time here.
Couple of scary foul balls though on those off-speed pitches so far, and the way he tracked that last split. I think he's so slowed down. Just called for a fastball, and if you do throw it, to your point, it needs to be middle towards the inside part, not away, so he can shoot it.
2 on, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch to Torkelson is golfed in the air to left. Arozarena coming in. 2 down.
They ain't getting beat with a fastball. They're not. They're just not. They've thrown one fastball for a mistake, and it got hit out of the park. Everything else has been sliders and splits and sliders and splits.
I know the postseason is about spin. This is an extreme version of it. Oh, this postseason game has lived up to the winner-take-all billing. What a privilege it is to be here tonight. Bottom of the hour here in Seattle. A 2-2 game 5, 2 outs, 2 on for the Tigers in the 11th. Gilbert, his first ever professional relief appearance. He made 30 appearances in the minor leagues en route to Seattle. All 30 of them were starts. He has not pitched out of the bullpen since college. And he's doing it tonight in the biggest game of the season. There is backup in the Seattle pen. Edward Bizzardo loosening up. He's pitched in all 4 games of this series. He'll be ready behind Gilbert. Adam Amin, A.J. Pierzynski, Adam Wainwright, Tom Verducci, the wonderful women and men of our Fox Sports crew led by Aaron Stoikov, directors Matt Gangle and Mitch Riggin. And here's Colt Keith. Missed the last 2+ weeks of the season with an injury. Did not play in the wild card series. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Keith waves and misses at a slider. Drops it in for strike 2. Whatever it takes in the playoffs. Carpenter at second, Green at first. And the 0-2. Down and away.
You call that a rally shoe hat?
That was one.
Shoe hat? Hat shoe?
Never seen a rally shoe.
but he's doing it for the wrong team unless he's a Tiger fan, right?
You assume he might be, right?
Maybe
I don't know. You can't make any
maybe
assumption.
that's a strikeout shoe hat.
Maybe. Let's see what happens on a 1-2 pitch. Got him on a strikeout on the splitter. To the bottom of the 11th in Game 5. Will history repeat itself 30 years later? Sometimes the symmetry of baseball rears its head at various moments throughout history. 30 years ago in the 11th inning, Edgar Martinez, just known as the double. There have been 16 walk-offs in winner-take-all games in playoff history. The only one in the American League Division Series scored Joey Cora, now Detroit's third base coach, to tie the game, and Ken Griffey Jr. to win the game. Cora looks on as the Mariners come to bat against Cater Montero, and it's Jorge Polanco. And he goes around for strike 1.
And I know Joey Cora remembers that because I've talked to him about it. He was a coach of mine for a long time. Cater Montero, AJ Hinch loves. He thinks this guy's got a chance to be really, really good for him. And he got the save already, and now he's in for the chance. He's got to get 3 outs to keep his team in it to hit again.
Nasty knuckle curve comes back over the plate to freeze Polanco. 0-2. Excellent job by Melton. Now it's Montero. Polanco takes ball 1.
Excellent job by all the bullpen.
Bullpen's been outstanding. There's been an amazingly pitched game.
Yes, the 1 run, Finnegan was a walk. Other than that, the Seattle bullpen has been incredible. The Detroit bullpen has been great. Tarek Skubal is great. You can't ask for anything more in a clinching game for both teams.
Polanco sends one out towards right center. Meadows is over. He calls off the right fielder Carpenter for out number 1. Montero has recorded 11 outs in this series. Trying to get 2 more to send this game to the 12th. Eugenio Suarez takes a home run cut and misses on a sinker.
No.
Even at a ball and a strike. Even the players can't watch. The 1-1. 2-1.
So much pressure on every pitch. These fans have not sat down for multiple innings now. They're just waiting on someone to be that Edgar Martinez type hero for Seattle if you're rooting for them.
So many big games pitched by the Tigers over the last several playoff appearances. The Verlanders, the Porcellos, the Fisters, the Scherzers. Going back to the last time they made the league championship series. Two starving franchises. The pitch popped up. It'll be the second baseman Torres to squeeze out number 2.
Such a great pitch right there. Eugenio Suarez loves to get extended, and he took that away from him. He started down the middle and just worked that sinker right back into the inner third right there, where he just can't get the barrel to it. That's a big time pitch and a hitter's count right there.
Josh Naylor was at a great last 2 games. 3 hits in game 4, 3 hits tonight, including a double, a stolen base, and a run scored in the second inning.
You got to be careful here. If you're Montero, I got to make Luis Rivas on deck beat me. I can't. I got to make him. I got to make Rivas beat me. I can't have Josh Naylor beat me right here.
But you hate 2-out walks.
I'm fine with it in this situation. I'm sorry. I just can't have Naylor beat me.
You're gonna put your best base stealer on first?
That's fine. I'll take my chances. I'm sorry. I just can't have him beat me.
2-1.
And he throws it was a changeup though. That was.
Every pitch makes Adam Wainwright's shoulders tighten up, especially ones that look like they're very, very tantalizing.
Both sides. We've seen so many pitches that have caught some of the heart of the plate there. That was well changed.
What a game. The 2-1. Naylor taps it, foul ball, 2-2.
They haven't challenged him with a heater. It's smart. You make him get himself out because, again, Leo Rivas on deck. I know he got the big hit earlier. He's got to beat me. Josh Naylor's hit 20 homers. He's gotten multiple huge hits in his career. Leo Rivas, he doesn't have the same resume, and that's not a knock on him. It just is what it is.
He does today.
He does today.
Rivas' second career playoff game for Josh Naylor, his 24th.
I don't think these fans have sat down the entire game.
Doesn't feel like it. The atmospheres in Detroit and Seattle, outstanding. And a series to match. 2 outs in the 11th. 2-2 game. The 2-2 pitch to Naylor. Down the right field line, hook foul. Naylor in the LCS last year after beating Detroit with Cleveland. Montero, the Venezuelan native, talking with Torres, settling him down here in this big moment.
The longer this game goes, you know who wins? Besides whoever wins, the Toronto Blue Jays. They're watching both of these teams empty the bullpen right now and use up all their resources. They're watching that and loving it. They want them to go to 20 innings.
Sure. Toronto awaits on Sunday night. The Ontario native Naylor awaits a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball lays off the curve.
He's gonna throw him another one. He can't beat you. No matter what happens right here, Josh Naylor, this has got to be a 2-strike 0-2 pitch that he just has to reach for.
He does. Grounds it to Baez, down to a knee. And Montero comes on and retires the side. How about a dozen in game 5? To the 12th we go. They still believe here in Seattle, but the tension is high. I imagine it's the same out in Michigan right now too. What a night, what a series, what a game, what drama, what emotion, what frustration. Maybe some elation waiting for one of these two teams in the 12th. Our game summary: Skubal outstanding, Kirby excellent, Carpenter the clutch home run, and Rivas the game tying hit all the way back in the 7th. Welcome you to the broadcast booth. Adam Amin, the World Series champions, Adam Wainwright, AJ Pierzynski, Tom Verducci. whatever, strategy, game, whatever. This has been amazing. We are so privileged to be here tonight.
The shots we just showed are the same as Adam Wainwright every time a pitcher throws one anywhere close to anybody.
Zach McKinstry leads it off against Logan Gilbert, his 3rd inning of relief. And ball 1 upstairs.
I think what's just been so impressive is pitchers continue to step up and make their biggest pitches when they need to in the biggest spots. Behind the count, ahead of the count. I mean, they have stepped up. Everybody that's come in this game has stepped up and made big-time pitches in big-time situations.
1-0. Strike 1. Wayno, you made a great point in that last inning. Toronto loves this, right? No matter who ends up winning this game, a lot of pitchers used tonight. Bizzardo is ready to go. He's been hot for a couple of innings now. The 1-1. 1-2 from Gilbert.
Well, Bizzardo's thrown in all 4 games, so if he gets in, this will be his 5th game in 5th time in 5 games. And let's not forget, Javi Baez homered off him after seeing him for the 4th time. So Logan Gilbert's their best option, Dan Wilson believes, even though it's his 3rd inning of relief.
Tapper to the right side. Gilbert's got a long run now. He's going to go to the bag. Naylor tried to deflect the ball to the running pitcher, and it ends up being an infield single for Zach McKinstry, and the go-ahead run is on base in the 12th for Detroit.
Naylor tried to pull the Tarek Skubal and do the football snap between his
long
legs.
snap it behind him.
But as soon as this ball was hit, because of McKinstry's speed, it was in no man's land. It was almost the perfect bunt. As soon as this ball is hit, watch McKinstry. He smells it. He smells that knock. Naylor's like, I don't have anything to do. And he's lucky, actually, that he didn't get that ball by Gilbert.
A little Burley special right there.
I've seen Burley actually flip it properly, though.
As soon as that ball gets past the pitcher, he's safe.
Raleigh's going to go in. Check with Gilbert as Dylan Dingler will climb in, having already hit a home run in an elimination game this postseason. And the entire infield will get ready to chat. Dingler, the Guardians fan growing up, loved Kenny Lofton. A big fan of his coming up. Ended up beating the team he grew up rooting for in that wild card series. A very strong defensive season. And he was the best hitter on the road for Detroit this year. We'll get a look at Gilbert again. Gilbert passed 30 pitches in his 3rd inning of relief. Dingler just 3 for 28 though in the postseason. He had an RBI double in game 4 of this series. Takes up an in. Took over as Detroit's top catcher this year. Taps one foul. It's 1-1.
Well, this is Logan Gilbert's side day, so he would typically be throwing on this day anyways. Now, he wouldn't be throwing 33 pitches in this high energy moment right here, so he's going to be a little bit more sore than side day. But this is an acceptable assignment from him, I guarantee you.
1-1. On the ground, left side and through. A base hit puts McKinstry in scoring position. Dingler comes up with a knock, and still nobody out here in the 12th for Detroit.
Bunt. They got to bunt. I'm sorry. You got to bunt. Meadows has done almost nothing in this series, but you got to bunt and make Javi Baez, the veteran guy, have a shot.
So here comes Dan Wilson. Bizzardo's been ready for a while, and he's going to come in. Meadows is due up. Tie game in the 12th. All is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play the great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. For the 5th time in 7 days in this series, Edward Bizzardo, who had never appeared in a postseason game until last week, is going to do it again with 2 on and nobody out, and Meadows coming up.
I'm all in on a bunt here. Now, the only way you don't bunt, it looks like they're set up for the wheel play of the Mariners. If they charge and they run the wheel play, you draw it back and you take a whack at it, you slash. But
shows bunt, pushes it up the third baseline, foul. AJ, what you're talking about is called the old butcher boy play.
yes, the old slash, but he didn't do it right there. And Meadows should be able to bunt. He's bunted in his career. He's a fast guy. He's a center fielder. If they run it again, though, I cannot believe. Well, they're going to still want him to bunt because they want the runner there. McKinstry's fast at second, so they have a chance, but they're set up again for the same thing. This ball has to be bunted to the third baseman. Cal Raleigh's changing the signs right now because they ran the wheel play the first. A lot of teams will run it one pitch, and then take it off the second pitch because of the chance of a slash or a butcher boy.
Meadows got a sacrifice in game 3 while Gilbert was on the mound. Now it's Bizzardo on the hill with runners at first and second and nobody out. And a little move back towards second base. Naylor from first had come all the way down about halfway towards home plate. Suarez stayed a little bit closer to the third base bag. Meadows shows it, pushes it. It is grabbed by Bizzardo. The second baseman is covering, and Polanco holds on for the first out. But it's a successful sacrifice for Parker Meadows, putting McKinstry and Dingler both in scoring position.
He bunts this towards the pitcher, but he deadens it perfectly.
It's a great bunt. It's a great bunt, and Bizzardo has no play but first. He almost throws that away. And now we get the matchup. 5 games in a row, Javi Baez has seen Bizzardo.
He swings and fouls one back, and he homered off of him. A 2-run shot in game 4 in the 6th inning.
Now he hit it off a slider. Bizzardo challenged him with the first pitch heater. So maybe they're thinking something different. Man, we've thrown Javi Baez a million sliders in this series.
Baez breaks his bat, hit to third, throw home by Suarez. Tag is applied, 2 down. Bizzardo with a big pitch and Suarez with the calm play.
Yet again, another great sinking fastball, just running right into the hands. Again, another hitter that loves to get extended in Javi Baez. And he just got him to jam job, little sawed-off grounder to third.
Now, do you walk Gary Carpenter? Do you walk Gary Carpenter? I know first base isn't open. He's got 4 hits. He's reached base 5 times. Do you walk him and take your chances with Gleyber Torres, or do you just hope the odds are in your favor?
I would say walk him, but I watched that Dodger game yesterday, and both times they did that, it didn't work out later on. There's just no place to put him. I think you pitch him really, really, really tough right here. See if he'll chase something. If you go 2-0, you put him on.
No.
If you go 0-2, you try to punch him, they put him on.
Don't even mess around.
They're not going to mess around with him. It's an intentional walk. That'll load the bases.
Hard to argue.
And it's going to be up to Gleyber Torres. Carpenter on base all 6 times tonight. Torres just once in 5 trips with a walk in the 8th against Munoz. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tied at 2 in game 5. And a slider for a strike. Torres takes outside. A former Yankee, an all-star with Detroit this year. Gleyber Torres waits and fouls it away, and it's 1-2 from Bizzardo with the bases loaded here in the 12th. excellent with the bases loaded. Gleyber Torres this season playing in his 53rd career playoff game. He's been on the biggest stages. Bizzardo, the first time in his career pitching like this. Torres out to right. Robles has it. To the bottom of the 12th we go. Suarez made a huge defensive play. They cut down McKinstry, and Bizzardo and Suarez help get out of the bases loaded jam. Five times pitching in the last 7 days in his first ever playoff series, and Bizzardo gets them out of the bases loaded jam and sets it up for the bottom of the Seattle order. Rivas tied the game all the way back in the 7th. Montero pours in a strike to start as he begins his second inning of relief.
Couple things. One, how many times does we see the pitchers that the Tigers have used? Skubal, Finnegan, Holton, Vest, Melton, Montero. They've all been great. How many times, Wayner, do you see a team that has all the chances, doesn't score, the other team comes back and scores? Momentum swings. And what a better feeling it is to be the Mariners in a tie game. Because you know if you don't score, you get another chance. If you're the Tigers, you're standing out there going, we might not get up again.
Detroit has left 9 on base, 5 in the last 2 innings, in the 11th and 12th. 0-2 on Leo Rivas. Lays off a tough curve.
They had maybe their best base runner on third base. There just wasn't a whole lot of places that he could give up contact right there without him scoring. That was Bizzardo. That was an incredible job coming in that tough situation.
Rivas fouls it back. Montero a 1-2-3 11th. One-two pitch. Three and two as Rivas has worked back into the count full. Robles awaits, then Crawford. Payoff pitch to Leo Rivas.
All 4.
Wow, laid off. And the winning run is aboard to start the bottom of the 12th.
What an event.
Incredible. To come off the bench, tie the game, and then now draw a walk.
How many times have we said it? Leadoff walks.
Rivas gets one here. Now it's Robles. And a toss to first. That ball gets away. Rivas is headed to second base. And the winning run is in scoring position for Seattle. Montero trying to catch him off guard. It hit Rivas right in the backside. That's why he was grimacing at second base. Bunt shown by Robles, and that comes inside. Did it hit the bat? They're going to tag Robles, and foul ball is the call.
It's not foul. It can be foul. And if it hit his hand, it should be an out.
Question is, did he attempt the bunt? And both managers are going to come out.
Hinch is going to say that if it hit the hand, then it's got to be a fair ball. And then great play by Dingler running out there and tagging him.
If it hits the bat and then him, though, and then bounces into fair territory, it's not a fair ball.
It's foul. But I don't think it did that. I think it just hit his hand.
I wonder if that's what they called, though.
It was called a hit by pitch.
It was called a hit by
They're going to
pitch.
challenge this.
And A.J. Hinch is busting out the challenge here. Let's see.
Ooh.
That hits the bat first.
It's about as bang as it gets.
If anything, it hits if the other angle shows it hitting the bat first, so it should be a foul ball. Watch, it hits the bat first.
Great job by our crew to show it to you as best as we can.
See,
it looks like
does.
bat then hand.
Bat then hand. That's a foul ball.
That should be a foul ball. So Robles, again, let me correct myself. I thought it was a foul ball. The call on the field is hit by pitch. Our replay review is presented by Zoom. A.J. Hinch is challenging, hoping that this will be overturned to a foul ball.
Man, that cannot feel good on his hand either. That was a direct hit.
I just don't know how it's not a foul ball from the angle we showed.
Yeah, it's a foul ball.
We'll see if they agree in New York, but gosh, it just looks like a foul ball.
Wild start to this bottom of the 12th inning. Rivas was down in the count. He came back to draw a walk. And then the throw over by Montero to try to catch him napping. Hits Rivas, gets away. Rivas to second. Robles was showing bunt. Montero threw inside. It was called a hit by pitch, and Robles certainly got hit. But if it hit the bat first and went into fair territory, it's a foul ball.
Well, when you zoom in, watch. He moves his hand. It clearly hits the bat and goes down.
It looks like the angle changed. Is that what you're seeing, AJ?
It looks like it hit the bat and went down and hit his hand.
I agree.
Alan Porter, our crew chief and home plate umpire, with the call.
After review, the call on the field stands. It is a hit by pitch. The court has one challenge remaining.
So the evidence apparently not conclusive to overturn the call on the field, which was hit by pitch for Robles. But this is how the inning started, with the walk by Rivas, the toss over off of Rivas over to the side, and then the hit by pitch call on Robles. He had his finger out there too, and again, not conclusive.
I guess what they're saying is you can't really see where his index finger is exactly, but it sure does look like a foul ball.
Well, if it hits his index finger, ball's not going straight down. Sorry.
Here's Crawford. He shows bunt. This is what you were calling for last time, AJ, to try to move the runners over with nobody out.
Well, if he gets them over, they're between a rock and a hard place if you're the Tigers, because you're not going to walk Randy Arozarena to don't play with Cal Raleigh. Got to get the bunt down. Got to put the pressure all over the Tigers.
No.
First baseman is coming in. That's Torkelson.
But you can't walk him.
Well, obviously.
You cannot walk him.
Crawford pulls back, and it's 3-0.
You taking two right here, AJ?
I'm bunting.
I know, on 3-0.
Heck yeah, I'm bunting. Hey, I've squared around. I might take it, but I'm at least showing it.
It's a strike. Crawford dropped the bat thinking it was ball 4.
Nice frame by Dingler behind the plate.
Three-one pitch. Crawford puts it down. It's a foul ball.
Whoa.
Count runs full at 3-2.
That is really, really close right there. Ooh, man, that's close.
And Dingler was ready to fire. He wanted a force out at third. Winning run at second, nobody out. Payoff pitch to Crawford. In the air, left center, over is Green a step. He's got it. Back to second goes Rivas, and there's one down.
I would have kept the bunt on. I'm sorry. I still would have kept the bunt on.
Cater Montero with an enormous out right there.
What a job by Montero to get a key first out. A double play can end this inning and send it to the 13th. But back to the top of the order for Randy Arozarena. Swinging a foul.
I don't know if Rivas would do it, but if I'm the Tigers, I'm a little bit worried about them trying to double steal here just to get the runner to third with less than 2 outs for Randy. Listen, it's a gutsy play in the 12th inning of a winner take all game, but it's got a big lead. Rivas can run a little bit.
Arozarena back to Montero, throw to second to Torres, inning over. The 12th inning was made for defense. And Cater Montero, the pitch of his life, for a double play to finish this off in the 12th and send Game 5 for the 13th inning. Leo Rivas got aboard and then got to second base on a Montero error on a pickoff attempt. This controversial call, called a hit by pitch on the field, not enough evidence to overturn the replay. Crawford could not get a bunt down. Instead, he flew it out to Riley Green for the first out of the inning. And then back to the top of Arozarena. Montero induces the 1-4-3 double play. And we are still playing ball in Game 5. To the 13th inning we go. Key defensive plays by both teams in the 12th. And here's Riley Green against Bizzardo.
No.
Low fastball taken by Green for ball 1. 0 for 4 tonight, but was intentionally walked in the 11th inning. Slider foul. Tigers had chance after chance after chance, could not cash in. It felt like the walls were closing in, and Cater Montero pushed them back open. And now La Piedra, Luis Castillo, is loosening up in the Seattle pen. Green takes a strike.
This has been an amazing game for so many reasons. Mostly the pitching and the defense, though, is what's been incredible.
Green fouls back a tough fastball.
Who's going to blink first?
In this stare down of a Game 5. Green on a slider, goes down swinging.
Two nasty fastballs on the inner half. Set this pitch up, and he threw that slider. Started out at the middle of the plate, just like that last fastball, and then just dove down to the shoe tops.
Now Torkelson skies a slider, foul territory, and that'll get out of play. You know, we thought it was going to be a well-pitched game. We didn't know it was going to be like a game and a half of a well-pitched game. Skubal and Kirby, the starters, were excellent, but these bullpens have answered the call for a combined 13 1/3 innings. 40 outs recorded by this combination of bullpens. Torkelson takes strike 2.
I don't think one person is left either. Or sat down.
The tension relief of 47,000 here and everybody watching. It's going to be intense whenever this game comes to a close. 1-2 on Torkelson. Bizzardo deals and misses outside. October was made for a game like this. 2-2 pitch. Torkelson lifts one down the right field line. That is heading out of play, foul again. The Detroit Tigers had to muscle their way through the wild card after a collapse in September, giving up a large division lead to Cleveland. But they were able to beat Cleveland in 5 games. The Mariners, meanwhile, won their first American League West title in 24 years. They overtook Houston. They beat the Astros in September. They swept them. Count runs full on Torkelson. The topsy-turvy roller coaster nature of these two teams' seasons has taken us to Game 5 in the ALDS. Payoff pitch to Torkelson. Called, strike 3. Back-to-back Buzzardo strikeouts.
Well, he got him there because he threw a couple of sliders way off the plate out there, and you saw Torkelson tracking it, stepping towards the plate every time. But both fastballs he threw that started off the plate away, Torkelson took them as balls both times right out of the hand, but they both came back over the middle of the plate or over the corner.
Cole Keith takes ball 1.
A lot of movement there in that fastball, man. He could start it way off the plate and bring it back to the corner. Looks like a ball out of the hand.
That was actually a miss, by the way. That pitch was not. You saw Cal Raleigh set up inside. He missed it. He just had so much movement it came back.
Man, spin can save you sometimes. Fouled away. That's what playoff baseball has become, especially when you get into the bullpens. The spin rate, the velocity, the straight up nastiness seemingly has elevated, especially for the teams that are in the playoffs. The 2-1. Strike 2. And a chance for Buzzardo to finish off the inning. Three and 2 on Keith. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Buzzardo wants to reset things. For the Tigers, their longest game by innings in postseason franchise history. Seattle fans know what their longest is. It was 3 years ago. Tigers have played more than 60 playoff games. They've already set some history. They scored 9 in their last game. That was the most they'd ever scored. This is the longest game. Boy, Mariners fans are getting used to this. 18 innings 3 years ago against Houston in a 1-0 game. 13 innings tonight in a winner-take-all Game 5. Payoff pitch from Buzzardo to Keith. Got him. He strikes out the side. And look who's coming up. AJ talked about him in the open. The heart of the order. Raleigh, Rodriguez, Polanco. 2-2 Game 5. It's been the bullpens that have taken center stage over the last half dozen innings or so. The defense has stepped up behind them. 42 outs recorded by these two bullpens in what has been an absolutely jaw-dropping, at times spectacularly pitched, drama-filled, high-tension, winner-take-all Game 5. And we're welcoming into the broadcast booth Adam Amin, Adam Wainwright, AJ Brzezinski, Tom Verducci on the field, our great Fox Sports crew, Ed Svita in the booth. I can't say it enough, guys. This is a privilege to watch this game. And AJ, Waino, you guys said it best. Who blinks first?
We've been on camera too many times. That's how you know.
I know you guys are sick of seeing us.
Game. But it's been great, very well pitched. Someone's going to get a clutch hit. And now your boy Waino, Jack Flaherty, is in relief.
Took the loss in Game 3 against Seattle. He has to go through the toughest 3 hitters for Seattle. Waved on and missed by Cal Raleigh.
It's just in all the biggest moments when guys could have got tight, they stayed loose. They made great pitches. You see the emotion and the energy. It's been amazing.
Raleigh has struck out 3 times tonight, had a single all the way back in the first inning 4+ hours ago. Rodriguez and Robles loom. Flaherty. This is down low. 2 balls and a strike. Flaherty pitched in the World Series last year when he was with the Dodgers, won a title after being traded from Detroit, came back to the Tigers this season. Raleigh takes inside, 3-1. High leverage count in favor of the hitter.
It's the first time we've seen Cal be patient today. It's like he's trying to get a ball up out over the plate.
Three-one pitch. Raleigh took a big cut at a curve. 3-2.
That's a great job to get back in the count right there for Flaherty. 3-1. Couple of tough sliders he took, and then he came back with that great knuckle curve.
Payoff pitch to Raleigh. Upstairs, ball 4. The winning run is on base to start the 13th. And here's Julio Rodriguez. Ooh, close pitch. Goes Rodriguez his way, and it's 1-0. 0 for his last 14. Looking for his first hit since Game 2. Takes a strike. Two and 1. Three and 1. Back-to-back 3-1 counts. Huge cut on a fastball. 3-2. Raleigh at first, nobody out. 13th inning. And back-to-back Flaherty walks to start the inning. And the winning run is in scoring position for Seattle.
What are you thinking, AJ?
He's swinging. He's not bunting. He's hitting 4th. And you got back-to-back walks. Polanco knows the strike zone. There's no way. Yeah, normally I would say bunt.
But you're not taking a pitch, are you?
No, I'm ready to go. First pitch, I'm ready to let it eat.
2 on, nobody out for Polanco. And Flaherty will reset. Breaking ball misses low.
Not a bad time for a mound meeting if you're the pitching coach.
The catcher can go out there also.
Yeah, you got to slow things down here.
Polanco takes outside. 2-0. Flaherty all over the place right now. 2-0 pitch. Polanco down the right field line. It is a foul ball.
Is that an interesting swing right there for you, AJ? He walked two guys in a row. I know they were both 3-2 counts, but two pitches that really weren't close to being strikes, and then he swings at a 2-0 curveball that would have been a ball 3.
Yeah, but it was a good swing. It was an aggressive swing. I'm not taking the bat out of Polanco's hands. He's been too good in this series.
Takes a strike on a curveball, and it's 2-2 as Flaherty's back in the count.
I'm just saying, from a pitching standpoint, though, sometimes when you get that swing finally, it totally resets your system.
2 on, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch to Polanco. 3-2.
You got to get a breaking ball here from Flaherty, right? I mean, that's the only thing he's thrown close. He hasn't thrown a fastball close yet.
I was thinking he was going to rush him with a fastball here.
Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Went slider that time.
Just because he hadn't thrown a fastball close yet. The only pitch he's had any control over is a breaking ball. And Jack Flaherty, one of the things in Game 3 when he started that A.J. Hinch said was, well, he'll spin him. And that's been his pitch the entire year.
Another payoff pitch. Popped up foul and out of play.
That was the pitch. He did get the fastball on Julio to get back in the count 3-2 from when it was 3-1. To your point, he's been a spin doctor lately.
Back-to-back walks issued by Flaherty to start the 13th. Winning run at second, nobody out. Another payoff pitch to Polanco. Waved on and missed on a curve.
I love that pitch. The speed. He's been slider, 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 and then 3-2 to drop in a slow curveball. It's gutsy. And you see how far out in front Polanco is. What a pitch.
Now it's Suarez, who homered off of Flaherty in Game 3 during his 3 1/3. Those are his career numbers. 4 times he's gone deep. Down the right field line, served foul. It's 1-1.
Just needs a hit. He doesn't need to go deep. Cal Raleigh's on second. The arms in the outfield aren't great for the Tigers. Probably Parker Meadows has the best arm.
Yeah.
But if he hits outfield grass and you're Cal Raleigh, unless it's a one-hop wicked line drive at somebody, you got to score.
2-1. Three and 1 again.
That's a good pick right there. That ball gets by him. Looking at second and third.
Double-barreled action. Herder, the lefty. Canely, the righty, behind Flaherty. Winning run at second. 1 out. 13th inning. And a 3-1 to Suarez. In there for a strike. 3-2.
These are some gutsy pitches by Jack Flaherty, man. Courageous pitches that he keeps falling behind and he keeps making pitches.
On slider or curveball.
3-2 pitch. On the ground, too short. Baez to second for 1. Relay to first is in time. Another double play. More clutch defense in the extra innings. Punch after punch. Blow after blow. Traded by Detroit and Seattle. And this game is headed to the 14th inning. Game 5 in the Pacific Northwest. This is now the longest winner-take-all Major League Baseball postseason game by innings. We're going to the 14th inning in Seattle. Still Edward Buzzardo, who stepped into the 12th inning, then struck out the side in the 13th. Zach McKinstry will lead things off. And fouls one back. You are watching one of the great postseason games, certainly of this century. 0-2 on McKinstry. And this is already a historic game by length and innings in a winner-take-all game. Game 5, winner to Toronto. Sunday night ALCS Game 1 on Fox. McKinstry takes high. Buzzardo has pitched in every game in this series. He's going to pitch with 30 tosses in this outing. He does have backup in the bullpen. A 1-2 pitch to McKinstry. In the air, foul.
I'm a little surprised that we didn't see Castillo right here. Give him a clean inning.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe they're thinking that he's warming up for next inning. I don't know, but if you're bringing in a starter, it's always best to bring him in with a clean inning.
McKinstry fouls it back. How long do you think it would take somebody like Castillo to get loosened up for a relief outing? Again, something he rarely does.
Well, it just depends on everybody's different. If you have a big long routine, could throw a wrench into that, could really complicate things. He doesn't strike me as a big long routine guy, though.
Another 1-2. McKinstry golfs it out towards right center field. Rodriguez, he's there for out number 1.
Yeah, your question on Luis Castillo obviously is a major league starting pitcher and nothing but 247 major league games, all as a starter. The last time he pitched in relief is for the Jupiter Hammerheads back in 2016. That's Class A Florida State League.
How about that? So he hasn't done it in almost a decade. Gilbert hadn't done it since college. There's a strike. Flaherty has been in a bunch of different roles, and he has had to pitch in the postseason before as a reliever. He stepped up in that last inning for Detroit. Gilbert pitched tonight out of the pen for the first time as a professional. Down the left field line, that is a fair ball. Dingler on his way around first. He's going to have extra bases, and the Tigers have the go-ahead run in scoring position in the 14th.
So just like every other inning.
Yes. In the 11th, they had Carpenter at second. In the 12th, they had the bases loaded. And now in the 14th, a man at second for Parker Meadows, the 8-hitter for Detroit, with Baez on deck. 35th Buzzardo pitch is high.
A lot of deep breaths, especially by these hitters. Everyone wants to be the hero. Can you slow the game down, Waino? Can you slow it down? Slow your heartbeat.
You guys have played in big games. You guys won World Series. You guys had to grind through game after game after game. Coming up in big spots. These two teams desperately trying to drive in a key run. The 1-1. Meadows takes high. Neither team, especially these relievers, have blinked yet.
I'm wondering about the mound visit rule, because Cal Raleigh, the number keeps going up for the teams on the scoreboard, but at least once an inning, Cal Raleigh has made a trip to the mound. So I think they just gave up. I think they just gave up that rule. I mean, I know they get one every extra inning. It just seems like Cal Raleigh's been at the mound
feels like
a lot.
it's been a lot, right?
Yeah. Oh, they just went down. They finally took one down.
3 left for Seattle, 5 left for the Tigers. That's how deep we are in the game. We're breaking down mound visits. 2-2. Top of the 14th inning, Skubal struck out 13 in 6 innings. Kirby went 5 innings, each only allowed a run. Carpenter had the go-ahead 2-run home run in the 6th. Of all players, Leo Rivas, in his first postseason at bat in just his 2nd playoff game, tied the game in the 7th, all the way back in the 7th. That was half a game ago. In the 14th now, Dingler at 2nd, 1 out for Meadows. And the 2-1, waved on and foul tip, 2-2. Meadows takes called strike 3.
That's a pitch that we have not seen him swing at all series long. Every time they can make that comeback sinker on the inside part of the plate, he takes it.
And with Baez coming up, having homered off of Bizzardo in Game 4, it is going to be time for La Piedra, who will pitch in the biggest inning of this contest, the 14th, with Baez coming. Well, in about 20 minutes in the Central Time Zone, it's going to be midnight. So we'll change that graphic to tonight for Cubs and Brewers. Winner take all Game 5 in Milwaukee. Then Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. The Toronto Blue Jays have their feet up somewhere watching pitcher after pitcher after pitcher enter this game. They await the winner of this contest in Toronto, 2,500 miles east. We're in the top of the 14th inning, tied at 2, and for the first time since his minor league days, Luis Castillo, who battled Skubal in Game 2 to a no decision, will make his first relief appearance as a Major League Baseball pitcher, and he'll face Javier Baez. Go-ahead run at 2nd in Dingler. And Baez takes a strike. Two of the great nicknames in baseball, Castillo, La Piedra. Baez, El Mago. Pops it up. Naylor over. He's got it. To the bottom of the 14th we go. In a 2-2 game. A run wins the series.
Now he's got...
Tied at 2 apiece. Naylor will lead things off. They've had to switch it up on the scoreboard here in Seattle. To the bottom of the 14th inning in Game 5, Jack Flaherty into his 2nd inning of relief. One of 14 pitchers used. More than 400 pitches. And still 2-2. Josh Naylor takes a breaking ball strike. Backdoor curve. Three-hit game for Naylor. Big cut and a slider, nothing in 2. Seattle still has Ben Williamson and Harry Ford, 2 guys who have never played in a postseason game, available, as well as Luke Raley off the bench. Tigers have all 5 of their players available off the bench: Jones, Sweeney, Rogers, Ibanez, and Perez. 0-2 to Naylor. Fouled back.
Remember, we talked about it when we went to the 10th, which seems like 4 hours ago. But during the regular season in Major League Baseball, there's the ghost runner, the Manfred man, whatever you want to call it. Teams get used to playing with the runner on 2nd and no outs. Here they actually have to manufacture a run from home plate or hope someone runs into one. There is no easy out.
Oh, 2 pitch. Golfed on the ground to 2nd. Torres has it. And Naylor retired, 1 away in the 14th. So Leo Rivas will have his 4th plate appearance in this game after he got the game-tying pinch hit RBI single to score Polanco in the 7th. That run was charged to Finnegan. He hit it off of the lefty Holton. Batting lefty against the righty Flaherty. Two and 0. Flaherty got behind everybody in that 13th inning. Had 2 on with nobody out. He struck out Polanco and got the huge double play off the bat of Suarez. His 2-0 to Rivas. Another backdoor breaking ball clips the strike zone.
He will not give in, will he? He just will not. He's just going to keep firing breaking balls behind in the count and keep making really good pitches. These are strikes. That's a strike. That's right on the corner, down and away. That's a perfect pitch, especially 2-0.
2-2.
Who's he talking to, Wayno?
He's a great self-motivator. That's what I was just thinking. He's having a full conversation with himself out there in the dugout as he was running in. He's got a few words in so far.
Flaherty's 2-2. Rivas waves and misses at a breaking ball. 2 down here in the 14th inning.
I think we're going to see Flaherty and LaPiedra for a while if this keeps going like it is. I think it's their game right now.
Bulk guys, obviously starters who can give you some length. And right now it is seemingly necessary. Here's Victor Robles. 2 down to the 14th inning.
This was the guy that Jack made a mistake to the other day. That Victor's the one that got the rally started for them. He hung a breaking ball middle in and he pulled it down the line
for a double.
No.
Close pitch goes Robles' way. 2-0.
I love that. You hear ball, no, and you hear Dingler go, oh.
Every pitch, more than 400 of them. Such weight on him. The 2-0. Inside, where Robles almost got hit for a second consecutive plate appearance. A controversial hit by pitch on a bunt attempt in the 12th inning. Montero got out of that jam with a double play. 3-0 to Robles. Taken all the way, and it's ball 4. The 2-out walk to Robles will bring up J.P. Crawford with the winning run at first.
You know, I was just thinking too, Robles' hand, he might have been up there and he wasn't even going to swing.
Sure.
His right hand just got demolished earlier with that ball. I bet he wasn't even up there to swing.
Does he run?
It's definitely a situation to get him up there if you can. Jack's quick to the plate. Dingler's a good thrower of the ball. It'd be tough though.
Robles has been caught stealing in this series. That was at third base in game 3. He stole 6 bags in 8 tries this year. Only played in 32 games during the regular season due to injury. A ball and a strike on Crawford with the winning run at first. Breaking ball waved on and missed. 1-2. Dingler's going to have to come out and talk with Flaherty. And the Tigers will use one of those mound visits. A historic winner-take-all Game 5 tonight in Seattle. Dan Wilson, a catcher on the last LCS team for Seattle in 2001. The Tigers trying to get back for the first time in 12 years. Flaherty's 1-2. Robles goes, pitches outside, throw down to second. He's out! Caught stealing for the second time in this series. Dingler cuts down Robles to send this game to the 15th.
I mean,
Perfect throw. We saw Raleigh earlier. We see Dingler here. Two of the best defensive catchers with strikes at second. Ready to go in the 15th inning. Tigers and Mariners in an epic winner-take-all Game 5. The winner heads to the American League Championship Series. And who's waiting? The Toronto Blue Jays, the #1 seed in the American League. One of the great power-hitting lineups. They exploded in that series against the Yankees, especially in the first 2 games. Some incredible pitching performances. They outscored New York 34-19. Vladdy was impressive in their first ALCS since 2016. Coverage will begin with our crew on Sunday night on Fox at 7 Eastern. Luis Castillo, his first Major League relief appearance. He finished off the 14th inning, and he faces the top of the order in the 15th and pours in a strike to Carpenter, who fouls one away, and it's 0-2. Carpenter has been excellent tonight. Has reached base in all 6 trips and had the 2-run home run off of Gabe Spire all the way back in the 6th to make it 2-1 at the time. Rally Chancleta. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Well, they finally got Kerry Carpenter out. It only took 15 innings, but they threw one at his neck and he swung at it. He had great at-bats up until here, but they finally got him to chase one too high that he couldn't get to.
Here's Torres. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Similar location.
I love how these starters have responded. Put in funky situations. They've come in and really pitched.
Gilbert and Castillo for Seattle. Flaherty and in a way Melton as well, future starter. He did start in Game 1 this series for Detroit. 2-1 on Torres. Torres takes a cut at a fastball. 2-2. The pitch. 3-2.
You got to rush him up here again, right? High fastball, top rail.
Top rail, middle towards the inside part, though. He's got a hole up there, but he does have power.
Payoff pitch. Torres down the right field line towards the corner. That ball is a foul.
That's what I mean. If it gets a little out over the plate and not towards him enough, he drives that ball to right field. Now it's not high. It's really not high enough either where he's trying to throw it, is it, AJ? He wants that a little higher. But if that's out there, we've seen him earlier this series. He hit a home run to right field. He drove a double out there. If it's away from him out there and up top, he can get to it.
Well, now you throw slider, correct? After that one, you go slider.
Or up, 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 up.
Payoff pitch. Fouled away again. It was a fastball.
But it's 3-2. See, the problem is it's 3-2. So if you throw it too high and he doesn't swing, you walk him.
I know. He hasn't taken a fastball up this whole series, hardly, though. That's the only pitch he swings at routinely, isn't it?
Pretty much.
He takes those sliders down.
Chopper to the left side. Third baseman Suarez has it. And a soft toss to first for the second out in the 15th. Wayno, you mentioned it, more than likely, or certainly it feels like Castillo and Flaherty have a good amount of pitches in them. That's who Seattle and Dan Wilson have out of their bullpen. Meanwhile, A.J. Hinch, he might have to dig deep as well. Here's Green, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Arozarena gives some chase. He is there, and he's got room. And the inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the 15th inning. Still tied at 2. Crawford will lead it off for Seattle. Four and a half hours ago, the emotions riding high, the adrenaline just as high. Great hitting, huge pitches from the bullpen. The starters were excellent. Defense has stepped up in big moments. They are doing a second salmon run as we get set for the bottom of the 15th. That's how long this game is gone, and it's still 2-2. And they're trying to rile up this Seattle home crowd to try to send them to the LCS. And it will be Crawford, Arozarena, and Raleigh against new right-hander Tommy Kahnle. Pitched in game 1, a scoreless 7th. Gave up the Cal Raleigh RBI in game 3. This will be his 3rd appearance of this series, 4th of the playoffs. Crawford was at the plate when Robles was cut down stealing second. Ball 1 from Kahnle as he throws a fastball to start the night instead of a changeup.
I was just going to say, if you haven't seen Tommy Kahnle pitch, he's changeup, changeup, changeup. And he starts off J.P. Crawford with a heater, of course.
Crawford takes a changeup on the corner, a generous call to even the count.
Just before the fastball, I was about to look at you and say, well, you have to sit changeup, right?
The 250th pitch thrown by a Tiger tonight is outside, 2-1. .460th pitch of the game coming. The 2-1 to Crawford. Big cut on a fastball. 2 fastballs.
And 1 at bat.
This is a guy who threw 60 consecutive changeups in the postseason last year before Kike Hernandez of the Dodgers in the World Series saw a fastball when Kahnle was with the Yankees. 2-2 pitch. Into right field, a base hit. And the go-ahead run is aboard to lead off the 15th for Seattle.
Changeup well located. JP just went down and got it. He thought there was no way in the world that Kahnle was going to double up on a fastball. I think he just leaned out over there, stuck his nose out there, and made a good swing.
Here's Arozarena at the top of the order. And he gets hit. And that puts the winning run in scoring position for Cal Raleigh. One of the best hitters in baseball this year. The leader of the Mariners. An MVP candidate with a chance to end it. Strike 1. Another fastball from Kahnle. Completely flipping the script. 0-1 on Raleigh. One and 1.
Kahnle, when he saw him take that first pitch fastball, that should tell him he's sitting changeup, but it's hard to double up if you're Kahnle.
One to Raleigh. Popped up foul, 1-2.
Doesn't everybody sit changeup on Canely though? I mean, yeah, it's cool he's through the fastball, but you know at the end of the day he's going to the changeup.
Crawford's the winning run at second base. Raleigh into center field. Meadows started in, goes back, makes the catch. Crawford will tag from second. He will advance. That ball gets away, but it's backed up by Canely, but that's going to allow Rosarena to go up to second. And the winning run is 90 agonizing feet away for Seattle.
You got to walk Julio here, don't you?
Base open at first.
Base open at first and take your chance. You get a double play. I don't know what else. What else? You have no other play. Here we go.
You have to. Sets up to force it home. Sets up the double play, and you just can't pitch to Julio in that situation.
The Tigers have turned an inning-ending double play in each of the last 2 innings. Canely hoping that maybe a changeup can induce a ground ball here from Polanco to try to send this to the 16th inning. Polanco with one swing could end the series. Waved on and missed on a changeup.
Again, he knows it's coming, and he still is so far out in front of it. The defense here is kind of halfway. Gleyber Torres, if it's not hit right at you and you don't think you can turn it, you got to come home.
1-1.
What do you think about where Javi's playing right now?
Well, Javi is in kind of a modified shift because you can't shift anymore. They're taking away the ball up the middle because Canely throws so many changeups.
1-1 to Polanco. 2-1.
And anything to the outfield here, the game is over because with J.P. Crawford on third, the Tigers don't have the arms to throw him out at the plate.
Crawford the winning run at third. 1 out. The 2-1 pitch to Polanco. Foul, 2-2 on a changeup.
A little surprised they're so deep in right field right here, AJ.
Well, if it gets through, the game's over.
Yeah, but a fly ball, I mean, you got to be able to throw him out at home. Can he do it from there?
No, but if it's hit that deep, he's not throwing him out anyway. So, yeah, I agree with you. He probably should be in, but I'd throw him a heater right here and try and punch him out.
2-2 pitch. It was a heater. It was low. That runs the count full. There was nowhere to put Polanco.
Don't swing. Auto take. Bold strategy, but I'm for it.
3-2. Polanco sends it into right and will send Seattle to the American League Championship Series for the first time in 24 years. They will remember this night and this game and that swing in the Pacific Northwest forever.
He got the changeup, and he finally got one through. Somebody finally came through to be the hero. Jorge Polanco. What a game.
One of the greatest playoff games we may ever see. Ends in the 15th inning with the longest tenured Mariner, J.P. Crawford, scoring the winning run. A 3-2 15-inning epic down to Tom Verducci with Cal Raleigh.
Thank you, Adam. Cal Raleigh. Seattle has waited 24 years to hear this. The Mariners are going to the ALCS to play for the American League pennant. What does this moment mean for you and this franchise?
I mean, wow. I don't know what to say. The fans, what a game. It took so long, holy shit. So, what a game. Unbelievable. So happy for our guys and the fans.
Cal, both teams gave us an instant classic. We've never seen a game where two teams playing for their playoff lives played this hard for this long. What was it like to be involved in this?
I mean, I wish I could say it's our first time, but we did it against Houston a couple of years ago, so it's crazy. You know, love our fans. They're unbelievable. The fact they stayed and cheered us on the song. I just love these guys here.
Cal, take me through that 15th inning as it began to unfold, as it moved toward Jorge Polanco, who's been so clutch for you in this postseason.
He was huge. He was huge all series. Had great confidence in him when he went up. Unbelievable at bat, and just so happy with our guys.
And finally, the job that your bullpen did. We saw starters coming out for the first time in their careers. What about the job by a core of relief pitchers?
Everybody was great. You know, I have so much. You know, I'm so happy for those guys. They did amazing. It was such a tough night, and everybody put their other stuff aside and did everything for the team, including Logan and Louis. So, you know, just huge props to those guys. Unbelievable.
Cal, we will see you in the ALCS. How does that sound?
Sounds great. I'll see you there.
Back to you, Ryan.
And there's Jerry DiPono, who has been maligned at times, has been frustrated. The fan base has, but his moves, his aggressiveness at the deadline helps this Mariner team get to a place they haven't been in nearly a quarter of a century.
It's unbelievable to see. I feel so excited for these Mariner fans, but I feel devastated for the Tigers fans. I'm just sad that had to end. I'm sad somebody had to lose that incredible challenge because it was amazing. I'm glad I got to be up here for it.
What a night. What a game, what a series. Post-game coverage comes your way next. For Adam Wainwright, AJ Pierzynski, Tom Verducci, our phenomenal Fox Sports crew, Adam Amin letting you know that it was an absolute privilege to be here tonight. Seattle to the ALCS.